The 11-game road trip ends a few miles off the Red River at historic George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum in Shreveport, Louisiana, as the Amarillo Wranglers meet the Shreveport Mudbugs on a Saturday night here in October. Hi, everybody. Guy Chiarenza here, welcoming you into the pond for what is the game of the night. The Mudbugs host the Wranglers and what is going to be an exciting matchup. Thank you for joining us here on NATV or on YouTube or wherever you are here on this fine evening. We're happy to have you with us, and we're glad that you've chosen the Wranglers Hockey Network. So let's get down to business. The Shreveport Mudbugs, arguably one of the hottest teams in hockey. They've won their last 5 games, and they took care of business last night. Wranglers, losers of their last 4, but things are trending in the right direction. Wranglers 6-3, 0-1, 13 points on the season, and now sit in 4th place in the South Division, while the Mudbugs, with their win last night, jumped out to 7-4 on the year. 14 points on the season, good enough for 3rd place in the South Division. But with the Wranglers with a win here tonight, have a chance to leapfrog the Mudbugs here and head back home with 3rd position in the South Division. The biggest news of the night is it's the finals game of the 11-game road trip. The Wranglers opening the season on the road. Now that is no easy task. Started off a magnificent 6-0. And then ultimately fell to Fairbanks and are looking to find their way back into the win column before they greet their fans at the Budweiser bullpen next Friday. Last time out, it was the Mudbugs getting the win. They defeated the Wranglers 5-1 yesterday. Wranglers got a goal from Corson McGuire, who remains red hot, leads the team in goals, points, and assists. 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points. He's got the team lead. The Wranglers will look for more offense from McGuire and the rest of the Wranglers forward core here tonight. Yesterday, it was Charles-Antoine Girard in net. He stopped 34 of 39. He was tested a lot, and he was peppered a lot with shots. The Wranglers will look to get that number down here tonight for Charlie Zolan, who will be between the pipes for the Wranglers this evening. For Shreveport, it was an offensive clinic. Kyan Haldenby led the way. 1 goal and 2 assists. He extends his point streak to 4 games. He has 2 goals and 5 assists in that span. Another guy that's been red hot for Shreveport, Gleb Akimov. 2 goals and 1 assist yesterday. His second 3-point game of the season. He extended his point streak to 5 straight games. 3 goals and 5 assists in that span for number 21 in black. So for the Wranglers, they're going to have to find a way to neutralize Shreveport's top weapons if they're going to come away with the victory here tonight. Aiden Pewley had a goal and assist for Shreveport yesterday, and then the captain, Brent Litchard, had a goal on the power play. And a Shreveport man advantage unit that has been lethal. It's 3rd best in the league, sitting at 25% even. Litchard has a 3-game point streak going, 2 goals and 2 assists. Again, the Wranglers need to find a way to shut down Shreveport's top guns if they're going to come away with the victory here tonight. Yesterday, the big story, Aiden Garapi, making his 5th straight start, picked up the win against his former team, the team that drafted him in the 2023 draft. Garapi stopped 27 of 28 for his 5th straight win. Tonight, he will make his 6th straight start and will look to get the weekend sweep for Shreveport. The Wranglers have anything to say about it, they're going to make it difficult for Garapi. And so that brings us to the keys of the game, brought to you by Street Toyota. The Wranglers need to establish a strong forecheck here tonight. And I think you go back to when the Wranglers were on their hot streak to start the season, a perfect 6-0. One of the best things that led to their success, one of the biggest reasons for that, was their forecheck. That Wrangler forecheck is pesky. It's tenacious. And we didn't see a whole lot of it last night. I think the Wranglers got rattled by that fluky goal by Kyan Haldenby 4 minutes into the game and found themselves trying to claw their way back. Tonight, look for the Wranglers to get the first goal, and if they do, it's going to be because of their tenacious forecheck. Make your pick as to who you think is going to score the Wranglers' first goal of the game. You can do that on our social media platforms, or you can do it in our YouTube live chat. Tonight, I am going with Crew Hannes to get his first goal as a Wrangler to open up the scoring for Amarillo here tonight. Second key to the game, the Wranglers, along with that tenacious forecheck, just need to carry that to all aspects of the game. Play with speed, play with hunger. That's when the Wranglers are at their best. It's what they do, is their bread and butter. Get back to the basics. And I'm sure that the Wranglers will end up back in the win column. And this is a Mudbugs team that the Wranglers are playing here tonight. That is one of the most penalized teams in hockey. The Mudbugs this season have the 3rd most penalty minutes this season. Wranglers, if they get a chance on a man advantage, which seems likely, they have to find a way to capitalize. Now, they'll have to do it without leading point scorer on the man advantage, Trace Day, who is still out due to suspension. Other guys are going to have to step up and get this Wranglers power play unit rolling if they want to beat the Mudbugs here tonight. And those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Street Toyota. When we come back on the Wranglers Hockey Network, we'll get to the starting lineups here from the ponds. This has been the Wranglers pregame show, brought to you by Austin Hose.
down the Hooters.
Work. It means getting up early and getting on the road. It takes commitment, perseverance, and grit. You always get the job done. That's why at UniFirst, we provide the uniforms and services you need to work harder, smarter, and safer. We always deliver. Because you always deliver.
Welcome back here to the pond in Shreveport where the lights are dimmed down, and that means you know that we're getting closer to game time. Here at Shreveport, it is hockey horrors tonight at the pond, and of course, you got the glow-in-the-dark ice here in Shreveport. A lot of festivities going around. I saw SpongeBob on the concourse, and Michael Myers. He was following me around a little bit, so you got to be careful here at the pond. A lot of festivities going on. We'll talk about the ones happening at the Budweiser bullpen next week for the home opener as the night grows on. But for now, let's get to tonight's starting lineups between the Wranglers and the Mudbugs. We'll start with the home team, the Shreveport Mudbugs. It'll send out their second line. All returners, number 25, Bryce Boucher, standing at 5'10", 170 pounds. Native of Grand Ledge, Michigan, gets the start at left wing. Boucher has 2 goals in 11 games on the season, one of them being a shorthanded tally. Down the middle, it's number 14, Brent Litchard, the captain of the Mudbugs, centers the starting line. He stands at 5'10", 180 pounds, and is a native of Trenton, Michigan. Litchard picked up a goal last night on the power play. He leads the team in assists with 8 and points with 12. To his right, it's number 26, Lucas Deeb, the return man for Shreveport, standing at 6'2", 185 pounds. The native of New Baltimore, Michigan, rounds out that starting line of Michigan men. Deeb yesterday picked up an assist. He has 5 goals. That leads the club. 4 assists for 9 points in 11 games for the Mudbugs. On defense, number 28, Foster Nickel gets the start. Didn't play last night. He's in the lineup here this evening. Nickel stands at 6'1", 172 pounds. The native of Brentwood, Tennessee, will be paired up with number 5, Liam Fleet. Fleet stands at 6'2", 200 pounds, and is a native of Denver, Colorado, and is committed to play his college hockey at the University of Alaska Fairbanks. And in goal tonight, we saw him yesterday, we'll see him again tonight. Number 35, Aiden Garapi, the native of Munsing, Michigan, stands at 6'4", 200 pounds, and yesterday stopped 27 of 28 shots in what was a 5-1 Shreveport victory. He's the reigning North American Hockey League goalie of the week for his success against New Mexico in this building, where he had 2 shutouts against the Ice Wolves, stopping 37 of 37 shots in that series. Tonight will be his 6th straight start. Backup goaltender for Shreveport this evening is number 30, Nikola Goich. Head coach is Jason Soupy Campbell. The associate head coach is Michael Hill. And so with that, let's get to your Amarillo Wranglers, who are set to hit the ice any moment now. They'll send out their starting line of number 22, Crew Hannis at left wing. Standing at 6'3", 195 pounds, the native of Highland Village, Texas. Spent some time in the WHL to begin the season. He's in a Wrangler uniform. He's got 2 assists. I think tonight, he's going to score his first goal. He's my pick to score the Wranglers' first goal here tonight. His centerman, number 21, Jacob Miller, stands at 6'4", 210 pounds. The New York native will look for his first goal this season here tonight. Miller has 1 assist on the year. On his right wing, last night it was Morley Phillips. Tonight we see Noah Wood on that line with Hannis and Miller. Wood, wearing number 12, stands at 6'2", 190 pounds, is a native of Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. He most recently scored a goal against his former club, the Fairbanks Ice Dogs, at the North American Hockey League Showcase. Those are your 3 starters in the forward position for the Wranglers. Entering the lineup here tonight, number 93, Patrick Whited, stands at 5'11", 170 pounds. The native of Helena, Montana, will be paired up with number 5, Will Sinclair. Always steady defensively, wearing number 5. Sinclair stands at 6 foot even, 185 pounds, and is a native of Erie, Colorado. Sinclair has 4 assists on the season, and with the Pueblo Bulls, he was a standout defenseman with 37 points in 51 games. So watch out for that new pairing for the Wranglers here tonight, as they're in the starting 5 skaters, and in the pipes for the Wranglers tonight, It's number 35, Charlie Zolan, standing at 6'1", 185 pounds. The native of Greenwich, Connecticut, gets the nod between the pipes for the Wranglers. He's the reigning goalie of the month in the North American Hockey League. He went a perfect 5-0 in September, had a 1.35 goals against average, and a .955 save percentage to win the award. Last time we saw Zolan was against the Lone Star Brahmas. We'll see him here tonight as the last two starts have gone to Charles-Antoine Girard. Girard not dressing here tonight. The backup, number 33, Will Lubomov, standing at 6'4", 210 pounds. That'll be your goaltending tandem for the Wranglers this evening. Number 7, Grayson Gerhardt will be with number 27, Andrew Morton, and number 19, Corson McGuire here tonight. Talked about that second line for the Wranglers that will get the start on the third line. I think that this line has been the Wranglers' best line over the last couple of games. They were very energetic towards the end of last night's affair against the Mudbugs. That's number 77, Daniel Rasea, with number 39, Carl Jacobson as the centerman, and on the right wing, number 74, Alexander Alislov. I think that line has a lot of potential for the Wranglers, and they started to show it towards the end of what ended up being a 5-1 Mudbug victory. I think if the Wranglers can get that line going, get them some momentum, I think all it takes is one goal for those three to combine on. I think they'll be off to the races. Watch for that line for the Wranglers here tonight to maybe get things kick-started on offense for this Wranglers club. And the fourth line, number 55, Divine Apollon, with number 25, Luke Goldberg down the middle, and number 11, Morley Phillips will round out the forward group for the Wranglers tonight. Amarillo dressing 7 defensemen. We talked about number 93, Patrick Whited, with number 5, Will Sinclair getting the start. It'll be number 4, Ashton Breyer, paired up with number 9, Sal Serrato, who got the primary assist on the Wranglers' lone goal yesterday, with Corson McGuire getting it. Grayson Gerhardt also had the secondary assist on that tally. What was a beautiful goal on a lob from center ice, Serrato to Gerhardt, and then the sequence following, McGuire was able to punch the puck in. Watch for Sal Serrato here tonight. He's always dangerous when he's got the puck on his stick, always very explosive in terms of his speed. See what he can do tonight, paired up with number 4, Ashton Breyer. Number 14, Hayden Hedquist stays in the lineup with number 2, Will Welburn. I thought that pairing looked pretty good in their time together. Hedquist stands at 6'4", 200 pounds. Will be paired up with Will Welburn, a whopping 6'9", 240 pounds. The extra defenseman here tonight, the only Wrangler D-man that was a +1 yesterday. Number 6, Heikki Paipinen, standing at 5'11", 194 pounds. The native of Finland will be the extra defenseman for the Wranglers tonight, who are dressing 7 D-men. Wranglers have hit the ice. They'll skate from right to left to begin play. The Mudbugs will skate from left to right wearing their specially Halloween jerseys. It's a black jersey with some purple mixed in. Wranglers are wearing their white jerseys with blue numbers. It's going to be a fun affair here in Shreveport, and it always is when the Wranglers meet the Mudbugs, especially here at George's Ponds. So we've got glow-in-the-dark ice, specially jerseys for the Mudbugs. The Wranglers, hungry as ever to get back into the win column. It's a recipe for a fantastic game, and we're happy to have you with us here tonight. Coming up next, here from the pond, it's the national anthem from Shreveport. We'll be back for first period puck talk in just a moment on the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube. Thank you for tuning in to the Austin Hose pregame show. We'll see you on the flip side for first period action.
Simple requests, please stand. Remove your caps and hats.
We are all set and ready to go from George's Pond in Shreveport, Louisiana at Hirsch Coliseum. It's the Wranglers and the Mudbugs here on a Saturday night in October. It doesn't get any better than this, so we're happy to have you with us here on NATV. Tonight's starting goaltenders picking up the win yesterday, stopping 27 of 28 shots. It's Aiden Garapi for Shreveport. He's the reigning North American Hockey League goalie of the week with 2 shutouts against New Mexico. Wranglers solved them once yesterday. They'll try and do it a whole lot more tonight and pick up a win in the final game of an 11-game road trip. For the Wranglers, the reigning goaltender of the month in September with a perfect 5-0 record, it's Charlie Zolan wearing number 35 for Amarillo. Zolan on the season has a record of 5-1, a 1.79 goals against average, and a .941 save percentage. Entering tonight's action, they'll look to get the Wranglers back in the win column before they head over to the bullpen next Friday against Colorado. Wranglers know that the road trip is almost over, and they're all but ready to get back home, but they know that there is still unfinished business, and that business is taking care of business here at the pond. That's a lot of business, but the Wranglers know that they got to get right down to it and find a way to come away with a win here in enemy territory. After starting off a perfect 6-0, Wranglers have dropped their last 4, although did pick up a win in the a point in the second game against Lone Star a few weeks ago. They'll look to pick up 2 points in their back pocket and head back home to take on the Grit next weekend and end the road trip on a high note. So with all the preliminaries out of the way, we're happy to have you here from the ponds. Sit back, enjoy the game, get a snack or two, and enjoy some old-time hockey between the Wranglers and the Mudbugs. Miller against Litchard at the dot. Puck gets tied up, and the Mudbugs will have possession to open play, although the Wranglers quickly try and say something about that. A scampering there on the forecheck was Noah Wood. Now Miller with it, stashes it behind the net for Wood. 2 Mudbugs are there to meet him as Amarillo tries to rip the puck away, but the Mudbugs are able to slide it out the center where it's handled by Patrick Whited. Across it goes to Hannes, who floats it into the air. It'll settle down on the far wall where Jacob Miller spars for it against Bryce Boucher. Boucher, the victor on that match, springs Litchard into motion. On the left wing, Litchard, backhand shot. Deeb was out in front, but it never saw the goal as it went in and out to the other side. Now down deep, it's Deeb behind the goal. Working against Goldberg. Nicely done defensively by Luke Goldberg as his reinforcements come in and try and get the puck out. Mudbugs pummel it back in off the end while Whited is there in the far corner. On his forehand, he moves it corner to corner for Breyer. Puck goes to the line and is held in by Hutchinson, who takes a shot that's turned aside by Zolan, his first save of the night. Now in the near corner, Wranglers backpedal to Breyer. On his forehand, he twists away from some pressure, lobs it up to Goldberg. Can't get it out of the zone. Mudbugs keep it in, and then on a forced error, Shreveport has to retreat back out to the neutral zone. Baert, who is entering the lineup for Shreveport, tries to slide it in. Wranglers step in front and go the other way. It's Gerhard. Puck rolls off his stick. Now Haldenby turns up ice. He'll drop it off for Jasser. Back to Haldenby on the right side. Centering feed goes off a skate, and the Wranglers come away unscathed. It's Sal Serrato, who had an assist yesterday, dropping it off to Gerhard. Although that pass goes astray, Mudbugs get a piece of it. Gerhard will soccer it over to the near half wall. Puck boomerangs out to the neutral zone where Haldenby will feed it. Plays it in front of his own bench. Looked like as the Mudbugs were trying to make a change. Dangerous play there, but the Mudbugs now handle it on the right wing. Akimov to the middle for Pewley, and he scores. Aiden Pewley goes 5-0, and the Mudbugs break the ice. 2:06 into the first. So Aiden Pewley, who had 1 goal and 1 assist yesterday, continues to put pucks in the back of the net. He now has his second in as many games, and the Shreveport Mudbugs waste no time jumping out in front to take a 1-0 lead. It's Pewley's 4th goal of the season. It has got the Mudbugs up by 1, 2 minutes and 6 seconds into the contest. And so now we'll have to see how the Wranglers respond. Yesterday it was Shreveport scoring 4 minutes in on what was a bit of a fluky goal. And the Wranglers took them till the end of the first period on a 4-on-4 to even up the game and respond there. We'll see if the story is any different here tonight as Amarillo looks to quickly get that one back. It's Bewley from Akimov, so those two keep their point streak going. Now Akimov for Shreveport has 3 goals and 6 assists in his last 6 games, and the Mudbugs' top guns continue to stay red hot. Luckily for the Wranglers, still plenty of time left. Shot from the line is blocked by Deeb, and here he goes. He'll gain the center ice logo, pitch it towards his left, return feed for Deeb. Goes off a skate to Boucher. Wanted to move it to the high slot, but the Wranglers get in front. Now Litchard has it. Cycling at the left point, whips it across to the right side for Fleet streaking in. Fleet delays to the middle, and nobody was there. And the Wranglers' McGuire will handle the puck on the right wing. Mudbugs are there to meet him, trying to pin the Wranglers in their own end. But Will Wellburn fields it. And in open space, he'll deal it to Whited on the right wing. Long pass to Gerhard, goes up into the air, settled down by the glove of Fleet, and dumped down to Garapi by Gerhard, who will go off for a line change. On comes Jacobson, Alislov, and Rasega. And what was one of the Wranglers' better lines in the 5-1 loss yesterday, as Cam Smith handles on his own blue line to Murch. Mudbugs enter on the left wing, and they're offside. 3:15 into the first period. First 3 shots of the game belong to the Mudbugs. One of those finding the back of the net from Aiden Bewley. And again, we'll see how the Wranglers respond in the face of adversity. Neutral zone draw is won by the Mudbugs, Seth Murch. Over to McKay on the right wing. Alislov there to get in front of it. He'll pound it in. Murch handles on the left wing, springs it forward. He was looking for McKay, and that puck will roll in on Charlie Zolan, who covers 3:32 into the first. So the Mudbugs, they get the first goal. When Shreveport scores first, they're 6-2 on the season. The Wranglers, when trailing first, are 2-1, 0-1. So Amarillo does have a winning record when they don't get the first goal of the game. We'll see if that sticks here tonight. Drawn to the left of Zolan, won by the Mudbugs, and a quick shot is ripped over the goal by Bodie Wise. He was a +4 yesterday in Shreveport's victory. Wranglers hack it back into the Mudbug zone, and Shreveport returns the favor as Breyer handles in his own zone. On the right wing, Noah Wood will direct the puck in. Behind the net, Hutchinson, met by Miller, flings it to the far side. Wranglers get a steal at the line to keep it in. Now here's Wood cutting towards the net. And he can't get a shot away, steals it back and still can't rip one off, as the Mudbugs are just able to catch up defensively, get the puck on their stick. As Boucher enters on the left wing, sidesteps Serrato. Boucher to the middle, nicely picked off by Jacob Miller. Mudbugs from a sharp angle take a shot beneath the goal line. Zolan is ready. He makes the stop, and then you got some chaos afterwards. And our 3-man officiating crew, same as last night, led by Mr. Baker, will quickly break that up, send everybody on their way, as the Wranglers get a line change for the incoming draw to the right of Zolan. So on comes Morley Phillips with Goldberg and Apollon, as a shot from the line is snagged by Zolan. Stop time with 15:38 left in the first.
Visit the low-key boat tours table. Enter tonight's 50-50 raffle.
So we'll do that draw again to the right of Charlie Zolan. Morley Phillips will take it against Parichka. And the Mudbug, the victor, is Jasser. Centers a puck looking for Baert. Pass was just a bit offline as Apollon gets it out to center ice. Bodies collide as the Wranglers catapult the puck back in. At the end wall, Phillips battling against 3 Mudbugs, has help from Goldberg, able to keep the puck on his stick, and he gets tripped up. No call there. Will stay 5-on-5. Mudbugs and Wranglers still jockeying for that puck behind Garapi. Phillips comes away from the pile, centers it through the slot. Another try by a Wellburn is blocked. They didn't get enough wood on it. Now here comes Jonah Jasser on the right wing. Jasser with speed, moves to the backhand, loses an edge. Mudbug still with the puck as Parichka from the left circle takes a shot. Goes off a body and behind Charlie Zolan. Jasser with it now on his forehand. Swings it up top for Boyle. On the left side, Haldenby off the bench. Takes a shot that goes out of play. 5:21 into the first.
Bookkeepers on the go with bookkeeping paper and tech services for small and medium-sized businesses.
To this point, the Wranglers have yet to been credited with a shot, all 5 in the game belonging to Shreveport. As the Mudbugs look to pick up their 6th straight victory. Draw to the right of Zolan is won by the Wranglers. Wided to the left wing. Skate of Gerhard and into the near corner. Wranglers and Mudbugs pick that puck away. It's Pewley to Haldenby. And he will lob it up ahead in a little chip and chase action. Sinclair gets there first, held in at the left point by Murch. From high to low it goes. Centering feed, Pewley in close. Zolan the stop. Does he have it? Yes. He wasn't sure if he did. Zolan checking over his shoulders not once but twice. But he did hang on to make the stop as Aiden Pewley was looking to double dip. 14:11 left in the first. And right now, the Mudbugs are just flying in terms of energy. The Wranglers need to find a way to stop the bleeding here. In what could have been a 2-0 game on that sequence, had Charlie Zolan not been ready for another dose of Aiden Pewley. Wranglers need to start getting to work in the offensive zone as draw on the far circle is knocked out to the line by the Wranglers. Adams takes a check from Rasega. Puck in the neutral zone as Alexander Alislov tries to dig it in deep, and with Jacobson's help they do. Behind the net, Wranglers try and force a steal. Adams able to slip away. He'll slither to the neutral zone and feed it to Emery. On the left wing, he'll chip it over to Smith, and around in the near corner is McKay. Cycling around the net, spins back to the near side. Up top, it's Nickel. On the left wing, Wise fumbles the puck for a moment and backhands it down low to Smith. He'll ride up the wall on his backhand, twist to his forehand, to the half wall for Emery. Shot there is kicked wide by Zolan. Rebound goes to Cam Smith. Defensively is Jacobson, has him pinned up against the wall. Mudbugs and Wranglers kick at it. It goes up to the left point for Wise. His pass is offline. Wranglers step in the way, and from center ice, now Bryce Boucher. Meanders his way through the neutral zone. Cuts down the left wing. Boucher a shot. Goes off a stick and into Zolan. He'll pounce on the rebound and stop time with 12:55 left in the first. And so, believe it or not, that shot by Jacobson from the red line, real howitzer, snagged by Garapi, was the Wranglers' first shot of the game. Count is now 8-1 Mudbugs. So we'll call it a step in the right direction. Draw to the right of Zolan. Won by the Wranglers. Serrato with it on the right wing. Gets crunched by Litchard. Puck slips free to Hannes. And he'll spring up ice. Crew Hannes. Feathers it to the right wing for Wood. Pile up there. Mudbugs skate free with it as Brent Litchard dekes through the neutral zone and launches the puck into the left corner. Wranglers swat at it. We're at the near half wall. It's Hannes. Cross ice feed to Wood, and it was on the money, but Wood lost his balance. And now the Mudbugs claim the puck in front of the scorer's table, and will stash it back down to Zolan. 12:18 left in the first. and what is a 1-0 Mudbug lead off of Aiden Pewley's 4th goal of the year. Wranglers stash it behind Garapi, looking to get to work offensively. Mudbugs quickly say no to that bid and get it out to the neutral zone. Here's Baird on the right wing. Baird shoots, and Zolan makes the stop, and his helmet comes loose. But he hangs on with 11:56 left in the first. And so, we get a timeout here on the ice. Mudbugs 1, Wranglers 0. 11:56 left in the first period. We'll be back in just a moment after these messages from the pond. This is the Wranglers Hockey Network, presented by Austin Hose.
Your ordinary jobs deserve extraordinary quality. Skip the big box and save with FlexTech and Austin Hose. With crush-resistant fittings and superior resistance to abrasion, weather, ozone, and oil, FlexTech water hoses provide outstanding strength at a value that washes the competition away. And be sure to make those ordinary jobs that much easier with our vast selection of Quick Connect fittings. And now, take simplicity one step further with the Dixon Constant Flow Nozzle. Simply twist the nozzle head to adjust from a wide to long spray pattern to tackle any job. And it's internally sealed for easy installation, leak-free handling, and true water shutoff. Rated up to 300 PSI, FlexTech air hoses provide the durability and cost efficiency of PVC with a look and feel that simulates the flexibility of a traditional rubber hose. Pair your FlexTech air hose with the Milton blow gun, and even your toughest jobs are an absolute breeze. So when you're tired of the ordinary, put FlexTech to the test. Call Austin Hose today.
Here at the pond is the Mudbugs 1 and the Wranglers 0. Incoming draw to the left of Charlie Zolan. Goes to the half wall. Battle for it here, and the Wranglers are able to fish it away. Hedquist outlets to Phillips. Off his skate, can't catch up to it. Doyle does for Shreveport, and Seth Murch will backhand it out to the Wranglers zone. Doesn't have enough steam for an icing, as it is collected by Will Welburn. From the far corner, Morley Phillips has some open space. Tries to get it up to a Paulin. Ends up back onto the stick of Phillips as he bustles his way through the neutral zone. Gets hauled down. Mudbugs claim the loose puck. On the right wing, it's Bairds. Trying to feed it to the middle. Puck bounces back to the trailer, and Jasser will cut to the middle, shoot, and it's blocked. Rebound is up in the air. Wranglers settle it down, stash it behind the net. And now Phillips dangerously out in front, and Zolan can't get across to make the save. And that is Kyan Haldenby scoring for Shreveport to make it a 2-0 game with 11:05 left in the first. So Kyan Haldenby had an assist on the first goal of the game. Or excuse me, no he didn't, but he picks up his first point of the night. And coming off a 3-point affair yesterday, Haldenby gets back on the score sheet. He extends his point streak to 5 straight games. 3 goals, 5 assists, and the Mudbugs double their lead. It is 2-0 Shreveport. The Wranglers now with some work to do after surrendering the second goal of the game and what was a defensive breakdown in the Wranglers' end. Some sloppy hockey, as some folks would say, and the Wranglers trying to do everything they can to lock in here and get the game's next goal. Off the ensuing face-off, Breyer has it. Looks to feed it ahead to Gerhard, went off a stick and into the Mudbugs' possession.
Number 24,
Kyan Haldenby now has his 3rd goal of the season here tonight. As Serrato banks it off his own end wall. Quick feed goes off a stick of McGuire, and the Mudbugs launch it back in deep where the aforementioned Haldenby gets to work in the near corner. Off the wall, Morton steps in, hacks it forward. It's into the grasp of the Mudbugs, and There defensively is McGuire. He will feed Gerhard, who bursts down the left wing. Serrato hits the deck in the near corner. Wranglers trying to keep the puck. Serrato, a shot from beneath the circle is stopped by Garapi. The rebound goes to Shreveport as Akimov gains the red line. Now Wranglers blue, and he'll chip and chase and get to work. Akimov on his forehand, working against Serrato. The Wranglers D-man pins him up against the far half wall. Morton there to help out as well. As Andrew Morton tries to shimmy the puck away. Hard to work is Andrew Morton. Sal Serrato as well. And they are up to the task as Serrato pummels it out to the neutral zone and forces the Mudbugs to reset. Wranglers get a line change. Mudbugs see that happening. Try and take advantage as Fleet feeds it to the middle. Nobody home as on the left wing. Bodie Wise will pop it back behind Zolan. Waiting there was McKay. Now at the line it's Fleet. Left point, Wise a drive. It's blocked into traffic. Rebound swept to the near corner by Sinclair. And out in the neutral zone, it's Alislov driving it back in for the Wranglers. In the far corner, battle for it there. Wranglers trying to get the puck and establish some positioning, but they're unable to do so as Bodie Wise skates it out to center and down the right wing. And he will softly tap it down behind Zolan and head to the bench. Sinclair on the right wing, head up, looks to make a play. Sidesteps the oncoming pressure from Lucas Deeb and backhands it to Whited. Will wheel it around to the left wing, to the neutral zone and off the skate of Hannes, where the Mudbugs again have possession. And it's seeming like a common theme in this game is the Mudbugs having more possession time than the Wranglers. As there's a steal by Miller, moving in tandem with Hannes, make that wood. Now here's Hannes, right wing shot, kick save by Garapi. As Hedquist comes in to keep the puck in the zone. In the far corner, Hutchinson wins the race against Miller. Mudbugs able to nick it out to the neutral zone. Wranglers pop it back in, where Garapi will leave it for Murch. Seth Murch, the former Maine Nordique, now in his second season with Shreveport. Was acquired midway through the last season. Will help play the puck into the Wranglers zone. As now Shreveport has possession in their own ends with 7:58 and counting left in the first period. Jasser into the middle, pass too hard, goes to the stick of Goldberg on the left wing, loses an edge from his knees, tries to feed it to the slot for Phillips, but Mudbugs get in front and turn up ice. Parichka, a shot, and that goes wide. Back on the back check was Apollon. Puck beneath the Wrangler goal line and into the far corner. Centering feed, and a shot is stopped by Zolan on Parichka. Mudbugs on the doorstep, and a shot there by Parichka is again denied by Zolan. Second try by Doyle, turned aside by the Wrangler netminder. And Shreveport continuing to attack. Goldberg in the far corner, evades a check, ends up on his backside. Parichka doing the dirty work, gets it to Jasser, left circle shot, rebound is there, and Barrett can't cash in as Zolan sprawled out like a starfish to make that save at the line. Doyle moves around Apollon, reverses it to the left wing, where stepping in is Adams. Loose puck, collected by Jasser, long fling, covered by Zolan, with 6:51 left in the first.
What do you say, Bucks fans, after the big board for tonight's Mudbugs? Oyster Bar, most spirited fan winner.
Both teams getting a line change here in this moment. As just a reminder, coming up after the conclusion of the first period, we'll have the Hooters' first intermission report. We'll talk about all the events that happen here in the first period, look ahead to period number 2 and beyond, and also take a peek at our out-of-town scoreboard. And if time permitting, we'll talk about what's going on at the Budweiser bullpen next week for the home opener at the Amarillo Civic Center. Lots of fun stuff in store there. Wranglers lob it down. McGuire wins the race to beat out the icing. Spins it to Gerhard, reverses back to McGuire, stationed behind the net. Mudbugs get a piece of it as Nickel will bank it off the far wall out to the line. Nicely held in by Sinclair, but an extra shove from Akimov. That's the puck out of the zone and into the Mudbugs' hands. Fleet, long toss on the money for Haldenby. On the left wing, he's got Akimov now centering feed. Backhand try is shut down by Zolan. And right there in front, guess who? Aiden Pulley. Topuli, who had the first goal of the game, has been dangerous all night long. almost had his second there. Able to find a way to create some separation between him and the Wranglers' defense. And thankfully for Amarillo, Charlie Zolan was Johnny on the spot to make that save. Now a draw on the far circle. Jacobson against McKay. Won by the Mudbug. As the puck is dropped behind the net, Wellburn will hoist it out to the neutral zone off the glove of Wise. Wranglers trying to muscle it forward. As Wellburn enters, he'll take a shot. Goes over the goal. That had some heat on it. And behind the net is Alislov. He'll get to work, spinning away from some pressure on his forehand. Looks to center it, and there was Jacobson. It looked like the referee was in the vicinity of that play and might have caused a little bit of claustrophobia there down at the goal line, as it was a crowded bunch between the referee, the Wranglers, and the Mudbugs there. Ultimately, Garapi stops it with 5:49 left in the first. Mudbugs lead 2-0. Draw to the right of Garapi. Wranglers win it, try and slam it in. Now is Alislov. Goes through the slot, and on the right wing, the Wranglers get to work. Jacobson from the circle, who tries to move it from low to high. Mudbugs get a stick on it. Now to the neutral zone, where the Wranglers fling it back down to Garapi. And that air ball is gloved by the Mudbug netminder. And stop with 5:34 left in the first. Wranglers get a line change. On comes Hannes, Wood, and Miller. Mudbugs win the ensuing draw on the far side. Wood on the forecheck looks to strip Adams of the puck, and the Wranglers do. Serrato stepping in for a shot. Save made. Garapi. Rebound comes back to Serrato. He'll shoot again, and that one is blocked by Adams. Wranglers again trying to be aggressive here. They're down by 2. Looking to get one by Garapi here late in the first period. Breyer from the line. Shot is blocked. Rebound goes to Litchard, and Breyer gets back defensively to steal it back into the Wranglers' possession. From the left point, he lobs it towards the goal. And that shot is grabbed by Garapi with 4:59 left in the first. And again, we get a Wrangler line change. And I think the good news for the Wranglers on that last sequence is they're getting shots on goal. They're also establishing some time of possession in the Mudbug zone, and that's key, especially since, to that point, it's been pretty much all Shreveport in that regard. Drawn to the right of Garapi. Goldberg against Perichka. The Illinois native will sweep it to the near half wall, where Phillips will send it up top for Pipinen. Pipinen muscles it to Phillips. His shot goes wide left of Garapi. The rebound stashed into the corner to Apollon. Wanted to feed Phillips as Goldberg is there for a shot that goes wide. Phillips will chase it to the near wall on his forehand. Distributes it down low. Apollon, low to high at the half wall. Receives a return pass. Feeds it to Goldberg. Stepping in is Pipinen. And his shot is blocked by Fleet. Pipinen collects his own rebounds. Goldberg looking over his shoulder. Gets pinned up against the near wall. Phillips helps out. Gets it up top for Apollon. And the puck jumps over his stick. And Barrett will win the race to it. And Apollon catches back up to end that bid for the Mudbugs. Apollon on the forecheck, looking to steal the puck away. Mudbugs with it on the left side. Aldenby into the attacking zone. Whistle blows with 3:54 left in the first. As this draw will come all the way back down into the Mudbug zone. '22nd all-time meeting between these two clubs. Shreveport took the first game of the season yesterday. Wranglers looking to get the split here as Edquist takes a shot off his own man in Morton. Andrew Morton collects it in the neutral zone. The Canadian finds McGuire on the left wing. The Toronto native on his backhand centers it for Gerhard, and they score! Grayson Gerhard deadlocks us at 1, and the Wranglers have tied it. Oh man, it's sorry, 2-0, 2-0. It's 2-1. Got ahead of myself there. 2-1. The Wranglers score. Oh my goodness. 2-1. 2-1. Gerhardt goes again on the left wing with speed. Button looks in the corner, looks for a trailer. He's got Breyer for a drive. The rebound is there. Morton can't shoot it, but Gerhardt has the rebound. At the line, leaves it for Serrato. On the right side to Serrato. Shot there is gobbled up by Garapi. And he'll hang on with 3:05 left in the first. So McGuire gets a point with a primary assist, and Andrew Morton gets the secondary on what is Grayson Gerhardt's second goal of the season. Rasega up to the line. Breyer a shot, and that's blocked. Rebound goes to Deeb in the neutral zone. Jacobson gets it back. Delays to Rasega. He'll step in and shoot. It's blocked as well. And twisted into the near corner. Hutchinson behind Garapi has to slow things down as the Mudbugs are reeling after the Wranglers' attack. Litchard through the middle, right down Broadway. Toe drag to the goal. Litchard is stopped by Zolan. Charlie Zolan would not be beaten on that try. He's able to prevent it from going 5-hole. Stop it with 2:23 left in the first.
After the game tonight, one of those game-worn Mudbugs Halloween jerseys could be yours. Jersey offer following the game, Section D and E.
Drawn to the left of Zolan. Wranglers bank it out to the neutral zone, and a little bit more. Racing after it is Wood. Miller on the follow-up, can't keep it in the zone. Barrett from the neutral zone turns it over to Miller. The Wranglers force it back to the Mudbugs defense. Boyle finds Parichka on the left wing. He'll shuffle it for a shot there by Jasser. Sprawling out to block it was Whited. Good play there. The right point Boyle can't hang on to a hot puck. They'll dash it down low as the Mudbugs look to rotate the puck around, but Amarillo sniffs it out, gets it to the right point, forces a turnover. Sinclair from the right wing loses the puck as Jasser is there. Thankfully, Noah Wood able to help out, drive it into the Mudbugs zone as the Wranglers go off for a line change. Hannes in deep on the forecheck, looks to force a steal in the far corner. Bodies jumble together. Wranglers spit it free at the line. It's held in by Hedquist. At the right wing, it's Hannes. Can't settle it down. Backhand try. Goes to Phillips. And he was tied up and couldn't get a shot away. And what was a good look for the Wranglers. Puck just had other ideas. In deep into the Wranglers zone. Amarillo spitters it out to the left wing. 1 minute left in the first period as Haldenby enters down the middle. Haldenby distributes it around to the far corner where Bodie Wise will meet it, working against the other number 2, Will Welburn. The Wrangler the victor as Ashton Breyer gains the red line and floats it behind Garapi. 40 seconds left in the period. Adams up ahead to Pewley. He's got Akimov at the red line, met by a pack of Wranglers. Is bumped off the puck. Breyer will handle. The Minnesota man finds Sal Serrato on the right wing. Missouri native looks to go for a stretch pass to Apollon. He was unavailable, and Shreveport with the puck as they knock it to the right wing. McKay settles it down at the half wall, spits it to the middle looking for Smith, but McGuire was there defensively to make the stand. Mudbugs keep it in on the left wing. Emery drops it down beneath the circle for McKay. He'll spin it towards the goal. Zolan the save. The rebound is blocked at the buzzer. And afterwards, we get some bad blood as everybody's tumbling down to the ice. First it was Fleet, then it was the linesman, then it was Apollon. And at the end of one, it's the Mudbugs 2 and the Wranglers 1. Coming up next is the first intermission report brought to you by Hooters. We'll recap all the events of the first period, look ahead to period number 2, check out our out-of-town scoreboard, and let's have a little chat about what's going on at the Budweiser bullpen next week for home opening weekend. All that and a whole lot more coming up in 3.5 minutes on the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
And get on down to Hooters.
Work. It means getting up early and getting on the road. It takes commitment, perseverance, and grit. You always get the job done. That's why at UniFirst, we provide the uniforms and services you need to work harder, smarter, and safer. We always deliver. Because you always deliver.
Your ordinary jobs deserve extraordinary quality. Skip the big box and save with Flex Tech and Austin Hose. With crush-resistant fittings and superior resistance to abrasion, weather, ozone, and oil, Flex Tech water hoses provide outstanding strength at a value that washes the competition away. And be sure to make those ordinary jobs that much easier with our vast selection of quick connect fittings. And now, take simplicity one step further with the Dixon Constant Flow Nozzle. Simply twist the nozzle head to adjust from a wide to long spray pattern to tackle any job. And it's internally sealed for easy installation, leak-free handling, and true water shutoff. Rated up to 300 PSI, FlexTech air hoses provide the durability and cost efficiency of PVC with a look and feel that simulates the flexibility of a traditional rubber hose. Pair your FlexTech air hose with the Milton blowgun, and even your toughest jobs are an absolute breeze. So when you're tired of the ordinary, put FlexTech to the test. Call Austin Hose today.
When you know where you're going, you do what it takes to move forward. For me, that means money in the bank, saving cash. So this is my ride, my granddad's old truck.
Saving is cool again, especially with fantastic rates and free checking at A&B.
Thanks, Pop Pop.
No, it's it's me, the A&B guy. Amarillo National Bank. Amarillo before bank.
We want to help you thrive no matter what stage of life you're in. Your prescription for well-being starts at United Supermarkets, where your neighborhood pharmacists are here to give you the care you need when you need it. From expert consultation to personalized care and all your wellness essentials, and giving you your best shot at prevention with immunizations, we understand that every step towards health is a step towards happiness. So whether you're picking up or we're dropping off, we're here for you.
AMA Techtail is just first rate. We had a flood here last year. We don't have any internet, we don't have any phones, we have nothing. By the time I got from my house to downtown, AMA Techtail already had a crew of men there. I can't imagine doing business without AMA Techtail. They're that important.
Welcome into the first intermission report here from Shreveport, where the Mudbugs have a 2-1 lead after 20 minutes of play. Chiarenza here from George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum. And what was a pretty interesting first period where the Mudbugs jumped out to a 2-0 lead, but the Wranglers were able to get one by Garapi late in the first to make it a 2-1 game. So, I'll tell you how we got here. 2 minutes and 6 seconds into the first. The Mudbugs, wasting no time, pick up their first of the evening, as it was Aiden Pewley getting his second in as many games from Gleb Akimov to make it a 1-0 Mudbug lead early. It was a quick bang-bang play that found Pewley out in front. He beat Zolan 5-hole for the score to make it 1-0 Mudbugs. Then later at about the midway point of the first period, 11:05 left in the first, it was Kyan Haldenby scoring to make it a 2-0 Mudbug lead. But later on in the first, Wranglers do get one back to cut the lead to 1, as it was Grayson Gerhard getting his second goal of the year on the rush with McGuire and Morton, who pick up the assists with 3:36 left in the first period to get the Wranglers on the board and make it a 2-1 hockey game. So, in a period that saw no penalties called in the first frame, we do have one that comes after the final buzzer. It goes against Divine Apollon, 2 minutes for cross-checking, and so the Mudbugs will get the game's first power play to open the second period of play. This is a Mudbug power play unit that's about as good as it gets in this league. They're currently sitting at third in the North American Hockey League, 25%. They got one yesterday. They're always lethal on the man advantage. Watch out for Lucas Deeb, who leads the team in power play goals with 4 this season, as he seems to be their main finisher on the power play. Of course, all that will happen at the top of the second period. So for the Wranglers, you get that momentum in your favor. You get that goal from Gerhard. Unfortunately, you'll have to open the second period on the penalty kill. Now, this is a Wranglers penalty kill unit that, while they surrendered a goal yesterday, sitting pretty good on the season with at an 85.45%, 16th best in the North American Hockey League. So for the Wranglers, they'll look to improve that figure with a kill to open the second period, and hopefully they'll get right back to work and get back on the score sheet to tie this game up at 2. Now, this was a game that the Mudbugs seemed to be the more hungrier team to start, as Shreveport came out with the agenda that, yeah, we're here to play, we're here to back up what we did yesterday, and they wasted no time doing it. A little over 2 minutes into the game, they get that goal from Pewley, and it seemed like for a good while there, it was the Mudbugs who were really pushing the narrative on the attack in the Wrangler zone, and really it took about over the midway point through the first period for Amarillo to really start settling into the game and start stringing together some good offensive shifts with good possession time in the Mudbug zone. I think there was a point in time where Shreveport had the first 8 shots of the game until the Wranglers were able to finally get one in on Garapi. Shot count at the end of the first period, 15-9 in favor of Shreveport, and that's kind of reminiscent of how the first period in yesterday's game went, where the Shreveport Mudbugs led that first period by the score of 2-1, and the Mudbugs had 17 shots in the first period in yesterday's game. So seems like hot starts are a common theme for the Mudbugs, and for the Wranglers, I think the difference between yesterday's game and this game in the first period was the fact that the Wranglers in yesterday's first period didn't really have as good as possession time in the offensive zone as they did here tonight. So I think that as the game went on in the first period, the Wranglers were able to combat what the Mudbugs were throwing at them a little bit better following the goal scored by Haldenby, and were able to string together some good shifts on offense themselves. Now, the important thing for the Wranglers here is that, yes, you were able to do that in the first period. You've got to find a way to have that carry over here into the second. This is a Mudbugs team that, when they've got the lead, they don't like to surrender it. As Shreveport, when leading after 1, has a perfect 3-0. Wranglers were a perfect 2-0 yesterday when trailing after 1. With the loss, they are 2-1 in such instances. So we'll see how things unfold in the second period, but first the Wranglers have to find a way to kill this penalty at the start of the second period, and then afterwards got to find a way to continue that recipe for success that they had going in the latter half of the first period. Start getting more shots on Garapi and create some grade A scoring chances. As looked like Noah Wood is playing with a lot of hunger here tonight. I thought he looked pretty good for the Wranglers in the first period, as did Crew Hannes. Those two almost had a goal there towards the end of the first period, but the Mudbugs were able to tie them up and shake them free from the pucks. So watch those two play a factor. But Patrick Whited actually had a pretty good first period for the Wranglers as well in his series debut. It's always interesting to see a guy that comes into the lineup on a second game of a 2-game set. Sometimes it can take those guys a little bit of a while to get their skating legs going. It was not the case for White. He started the game for the Wranglers and was able to make some good plays happen in the latter half of the first period. We'll see if he can keep that up in the second period. And I think for the Wranglers, what this game is going to come down to is creating chances off the rush, yes, but it's going to be one of those games where the Wranglers are a team that likes to play with speed. Well, the Mudbugs are the same, and from what we've seen this weekend, it seems like the Mudbugs have had the advantage when it comes to playing with speed. So I think for the Wranglers, again, you just got to find a way to suffocate them in their own end. Offense is the best defense, and we saw that happening there in the first period, and that's when the Wranglers scored. So I think if the Wranglers continue to keep that formula going, they'll be in good shape to get back on the board here in the second period. But again, it all comes down to special teams. Can you get that kill at the start of the second period? If so, you get that momentum in your favor. And that could be the start of something special in terms of a snowball effect for momentum for the Amarillo Wranglers. So when we come back, we'll take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. And we'll also take a look at what's going on at the Budweiser bullpen next weekend. All that and much more to come as the first intermission report rolls on from Shreveport. It's the Mudbugs 2 and the Wranglers 1. We'll be back in a few here on the Wranglers Hockey Network, brought to you by Bubba's 33.
On Wednesday, October 23rd, the Amarillo Wranglers are going to be hanging out at Bubba's 33. You can come meet and greet the team from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You'll have the chance to get photos with your favorite players. You can even score free tickets to one of their games. So come enjoy a mouth-watering burger or grub on some wings for dinner. Hang out and get to know players from the Amarillo Wranglers with introductions starting at 7 p.m. at Bubba's 33 on Wednesday, October 23rd from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. located at 2813 West I-40.
Some awesome wings. It's the place to do your thing. You gotta get down to Hooters. Here she comes, a girl next door, hanging with good friends and more. Come on, what you waiting for? You gotta get down to Hooters. So get on up and get on down to Hooters.
Work. It means getting up early and getting on the road. It takes commitment, perseverance, and grit. You always get the job done. That's why at UniFirst, we provide the uniforms and services you need to work harder, smarter, and safer. We always deliver. Because you always deliver.
Your ordinary jobs deserve extraordinary quality. Skip the big box and save with Flex Tech and Austin Hose. With crush-resistant fittings and superior resistance to abrasion, weather, ozone, and oil, Flex Tech water hoses provide outstanding strength at a value that washes the competition away. And be sure to make those ordinary jobs that much easier with our vast selection of Quick Connect fittings. And now, take simplicity one step further with the Dixon Constant Flow Nozzle. Simply twist the nozzle head to adjust from a wide to long spray pattern to tackle any job. And it's internally sealed for easy installation, leak-free handling, and true water shutoff. Rated up to 300 PSI, FlexTech air hoses provide the durability and cost efficiency of PVC with a look and feel that simulates the flexibility of a traditional rubber hose. Pair your FlexTech air hose with the Milton blow gun, and even your toughest jobs are an absolute breeze. So when you're tired of the ordinary, put FlexTech to the test. Call Austin Hose today.
When you know where you're going, you do what it takes to move forward. For me, that means money in the bank. Saving cash. So this is my ride. My granddad's old truck.
Saving is cool again, especially with fantastic rates and free checking at A&B.
Thanks, Pop Pop.
No, it's it's me, the A&B guy. Amarillo National Bank. Amarillo before bank.
We want to help you thrive no matter what stage of life you're in. Your prescription for well-being starts at United Supermarkets, where your neighborhood pharmacists are here to give you the care you need when you need it. From expert consultation to personalized care and all your wellness essentials, and giving you your best shot at prevention with immunizations. we understand that every step towards health is a step towards happiness. So whether you're picking up or we're dropping off, we're here for you.
AMA Techtail is just first rate. We had a flood here last year. We don't have any internet, we don't have any phones, we have nothing. By the time I got from my house to downtown, AMA Techtail already had a crew of men there. I can't imagine doing business without AMA Techtail. They're that important.
Welcome back to Shreveport, where 2-1 is the score in our game as we approach the start of the second period. This is the first intermission report brought to you by Hooters, as we'll take a peek at our out-of-town scoreboard to see what's going on in the rest of the league on a busy Saturday night in the North American Hockey League. We'll start over at Blazers Ice Center, where the second period has begun there. Defending champion Lone Star Brahmas out to a 2-0 lead over the Oklahoma Warriors. Owen Kerr and Vladimir Sable, the 2 goals for the Brahmas. That has them up by a pair at the top of the second period. Over at Ector County Coliseum, they've begun the second period there. New Mexico Ice Wolves looking to end a lengthy losing streak on the right track. They have a 1-0 lead against the Jackalopes. Lone goal for New Mexico coming from Noah Mertz. And then over at American Bank Center, tail end of the first period, under 4 minutes there, it's the Colorado Grit and the red-hot Corpus Christi Ice Rays doing battle. That game is scoreless after about 17 minutes of game time there. Keep a close eye on the Ice Rays this season, as so far it looks like they're the team to beat in the South Division with a 9-1, 0-1 record. And that's hockey for you. Who would have thought that the Corpus Christi Ice Rays, one of the cellar dwellers in the South Division last year, would be leading the division after the first month of the season? I don't think very many people did, but it is the Ice Rays in first place as it stands. The Brahmas in second, Mudbugs in third, Wranglers in fourth, with a chance to leapfrog the Mudbugs in the standings if they come away with a victory in regulation here tonight. Of course, a lot of time for the Wranglers to still come back and do that. And a big part of it is killing off the penalty on the board to the Wranglers to start the second period. And then establishing some presence in the attacking zone. And, of course, getting that game-tying goal and going from there. A lot of hockey to left be played here at the pond in Shreveport. Glow in the dark, guys. We've got it all for you here on NATV and YouTube on the Wranglers Hockey Network here today. Other scores from around the league you can check out on the league website, or download the NAHL app. Check it out for yourself in real time, as it is the Wranglers and the Mudbugs here at the Coliseum on the 19th of October. As they got the wave going on here in-house, we'll step aside one more time before we return for the second period between the Wranglers and the Mudbugs. Thank you for listening to the first intermission report brought to you by Hooters. We'll see you on the other side for second period action.
Right. We had a flood here last year. We don't have any internet, we don't have any phones, we have nothing. By the time I got from my house to downtown, AMA Techtail already had a crew of men there. I can't imagine doing business without AMA Techtail. They're that important.
Y'all, I finished the cereal yesterday, and today the box is full again. Same with the milk. Yesterday this was basically empty, and today it's full again too.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's wild.
Must be magic. No lines, no waiting. Just quick and convenient grocery shopping. It's not magic, it's delivery from United Supermarkets.
On Wednesday, October 23rd, the Amarillo Wranglers are going to be hanging out at Bubba's 33. You can come meet and greet the team from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You'll have the chance to get photos with your favorite players. You can even score free tickets to one of their games. So come enjoy a mouth-watering burger or grub on some wings for dinner. Hang out and get to know players from the Amarillo Wranglers with introductions starting at 7 p.m. at Bubba's 33 on Wednesday, October 23rd from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. located at 2813 West I-40.
Work. It means getting up early and getting on the road. It takes commitment, perseverance, and grit. You always get the job done. That's why at UniFirst, we provide the uniforms and services you need to work harder, smarter, and safer. We always deliver. Because you always deliver.
We're getting ready for second period action here from George's Pond in Shreveport, Louisiana. Mudbugs and the Wranglers doing battle here tonight. It's the home team that has the advantage as it stands. Mudbugs lead it 2-1 and have a chance to extend their lead on the power play to open up the second period. Amarillo Wranglers looking to say something about it and keep it a one-goal game. Chiarenza here from Hirsch Coliseum in Shreveport, Louisiana. What has been a pretty good affair so far between the Wranglers and the Mudbugs. Shreveport took the season series 3-1 last season. Wranglers looking to get the weekend split here before heading back to the Budweiser bullpen for home opening weekends. Of course, Oktoberfest tomorrow from 2 to 5 at the Amarillo Ice Ranch. Meet and greet at Bubba's 33 from 6 to 8 on Wednesday. Friday is Wranglers and Wrestling for the home opener. Rally Towels brought to you by UniFirst. Saturday is Wranglers and Race Cars with a trunk or treat on the contest for the kiddos, on the concourse, for the kiddos. So wear your Halloween costume. And then, of course, Sunday Fun Day, 3 o'clock start time to round out the weekends. To open 7 straight at the Budweiser bullpen. And that is a welcome sight to see on the schedule as the Wranglers have opened the 2024-25 campaign with an 11-game road trip that ends here tonight in Shreveport. Wranglers looking to end it on a high note with a win here tonight. So, 4 men out to kill the penalty. Gerhard, Morton, Welburn, and Hedquist as we're underway for second period action from the pond. Morton winds it around to the far side where it's met by Lucas Deeb. Open and clear for the Wranglers to start the second period of play. Litchard on the left wing. Spatters it around Zolan at the far half wall. Goes off the stick of Akimov. Swatting at it was Morton, and on the third attempt, he's able to slide it all the way down for a Wrangler clear as he heads to the bench. On the left wing, Litchard powers forward. It's stopped at the line by Welburn, forced to dump the puck behind Zolan. Resega pops it on the left wing, but not out. Mudbugs hold it in. Comes to Hedquist. He'll try and rifle it to the neutral zone, and he does. And now Resega in a foot race with Hutchinson. Gets the puck at center ice. Resega darts down the right wing. Curls in the corner. He's clustered up by 3 Mudbugs. Goldberg is there as well as we enter the second half of the Mudbug power play. Litchard on the left wing as Smith spins at the half wall. Banks it down. Sinclair just to spit it out. Held in by Litchard. Down at the half wall, it's Pooley. Up to Litchard. Shot there. Is kicked aside by Zolan. Rebound goes to the near side as Pooley jockeys with Sinclair. He gets it to Smith. He'll twirl in the corner, work it up high for Doyle. He'll walk the line, feed it to his right. Up top, it's a shot that's blocked by the Wranglers. Taken by Fleet. At the line, Pooley feeds Fleet in the high slot. Delays to the right side for a shot that's stopped by Zolan. And the rebound comes to McGuire. He's off to the races. McGuire with speed gets caught up to by the Mudbugs as Pooley gets back defensively as the penalty expires. So it's a successful penalty kill for the Wranglers. And we stay 2-1. As out of the box is Divine Apollon. Holding it behind his own cage is Liam Fleet. Fleet He's committed to play at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, taking his good old time back there, getting a lay of the land. Finally, feathers it to his right. We're scampering up ahead is Baert. He weaves his way to the goal, and the shot is snagged by Zolan, and the rebound is loose behind the net. And it is fed out to the neutral zone by Welburn in a panic. Bodies collide at the near wall. Baert skates it free, knocks it forward on the right wing as he collides with Hedquist. In the far corner, Welburn tries to dig it out of the grasp of Ian Emery. Goldberg going fishing over there as well. And let's see what we've got. It's going to take a while for that to finally shake free, and the Wranglers do. As at the right point, Mudbugs struggling to keep it in thanks to the hard work of Goldberg. Now Phillips has it on the left wing. Open space, he'll shoot, and a kick save is made by Garapi. Haldenby collects the loose puck in the neutral zone on the rebound. He'll drop it off. Akimov a shot. And the Wranglers get a stick on it and direct it towards the near wall where Morton charges ahead. Morton with Serrato. Morton to the middle, and it doesn't get there. Serrato fields Morton from below the goal line. And the Mudbugs able to get in position in the last moment to make a defensive stand. But here come the Wranglers again. Serrato on the right wing. Moves into the corner. Feeds it to Breyer down low. He's got Morton. Now up high at Serrato. A one-time shot is blocked. Mudbugs have it. As Pewley has it wedged off his stick by Morton. He'll slither down the left wing. Feed Gerhard. In the middle, he's got McGuire, and the pass was a bit behind. Couldn't get the shot away, but the Wranglers keep possession. Morton to the goal off the crossbar. And that one couldn't find its way home. Now Shreveport scampers out to the neutral zone. Haldenby will just dash it in and head to the bench. Morton knifes it into the air. Flag down at the red line. Mudbugs move in transition. Akimov to Litchard on the right wing. He drives to the goal, and a shot is shouldered away by Zolan. Rebound is pitched over to Alislov. Left wing connects with McGuire. Returns it to Alislov, dangling out in front. And the shot was none to be had as the Mudbugs Boucher gets back to pick it away. He'll work up ice. Feed it to the right wing to Deeb. Spinning in the corner, working up against Patrick Whited. Whited kicks it over to McGuire, held in at the line by the Mudbugs. Shot attempt is blocked. And whistled over to the near side where Alislov will work it into the Mudbug zone. Loose puck in front of Garapi, collected by Nickel. Fed to the right side and off a stick in the neutral zone. The Wranglers claim it. Sinclair wanted to pump it up ahead, intercepted by Boucher. Sinclair on the steal, gets it back. Mudbugs in the middle of the change as Resega glides down the right wing. Resega to the goal, and Garapi stands him up. Mudbugs move in transition. 14:33 left in the first as ice is opened up a bit here in the second period. Pass into the slot, goes off the stick of Hannes, and here he goes, bursting down the left wing. Now it's the Wranglers' turn. Hannes to Resega. Gets bumped off the puck. Turnover goes to Hannes, centering feed. One-time shot, they score! It's Miller time! Jacob Miller gets his first of the season and ties us at 2. What a rocket from Jacob Miller, and the Wranglers have tied it and stunned the crowd here at the Coliseum. And Jacob Miller full of passion after putting home his first goal of the year. He'd been snake-bitten to start the campaign. He gets on the board in the second period to make it a 2-2 game with 14:14 left in the second. All goals in this game have been scored at even strength, and it's a brand new one as we're tied with 14:08 left in the second. Crew Hannes gets an assist, and as does Daniel Resega. You can feel it coming for Daniel Resega to get an assist or a goal sometime soon. Same thing for Crew Hannes, two guys that have been working really hard. and all pays off. Really, three guys that have been working really hard. Miller, Hannes, and Rasega. They combine for the Wranglers' second goal of the night. It has evened us up at 2. Now behind the Mudbug net, Murch knocks it off the wall. Welburn muscling his way into the near corner. Tries to keep it in for the Wranglers, and he does. Miller, the most recent goal scorer, tries to drive down deeper. The Mudbugs stand him up and turn up ice. Welburn throws a crunch as a shot rolls in on Zolan. Meanwhile, behind the play, Hannes was dumped to the ground by Doyle. And another play happened behind the net as just getting up to his feet now is Deeb. And, of course, some guys taking offense as Noah Wood wants to go at it with Bryce Boucher. Linesman getting in the way of that. So for the moment, we're denied a fight. Although you got to think in the second game of a 2-game set, that could be coming soon. And so we'll see what we have here. If anything, with 13:29 left in the second period. 5 Wranglers on the ice. The Mudbugs get a personnel change here. 5 Wranglers, 5 Mudbugs. Neutral zone draw on the near side of the Wranglers' blue line. So out of all that, no sentences to be served. And we'll drop the puck and keep things rolling. Shot so far in the second period, 4-3 in favor of Shreveport, but where it counts, the Wranglers found the back of the net. Jacob Miller has his first of the year to tie us at 2. Apollon to the neutral zone. Phillips tips it in and around to the near corner. Racing in was a Wrangler and Phillips. Trying to get the puck away, but Parichka feeds Fleet. And Shreveport able to get into the attacking zone. Shot is blocked. Rebound comes to Baird, and his shot goes wide. Low to high. Fleet has it in open space. Feeds Nickel. Left circle shot. Zolan the stop, and the puck is loose. And Zolan gets back to make another stop. Arm is raised. Delayed penalty on the Wranglers. Fleet at the line. Passes it to the right wing for Jasser. At the half wall. Returns it to Fleet. He'll walk the line, take a shot, and it's blocked. As his stick broke as well. Apollon was there, and the Mudbugs are going back to the power play. Wrangler penalty kill is 1 for 1 so far. They'll look to go 2 for 2. Cross-checking is the call. And appears to be Luke Goldberg. So 12:30 left in the second. Wranglers find themselves again on the penalty kill. Mudbugs scored the first 2, Wranglers the next 2. Shreveport with a chance to retake their lead as Deeb in the slot takes a shot. Zolan the stop. And now Gerhard has it shorthanded. Gerhard tries to knife his way towards the goal, but he gets cut off by Hutchinson. He'll retain the puck behind the net. Hutchinson trying to sweep it away. And the Mudbugs having some trouble here as Morton joined the attack shorthanded. Wranglers already killed off 20 seconds and a little bit more as the Mudbugs enter on the right side. Now in open space, it's Hutchinson. He'll shoot. Long drive, easily turned aside by Zolan. And on the loose puck, Gerhard bats it down for a Wrangler clear. And they'll get a change. Deeb over his own blue line. Forced to the left side. In along the wall by Sinclair. Mudbugs rip it to the right point, where it's met by Litchard. And nice work by McGuire to force him out to the neutral zone. Under a minute left on the Mudbug power play. As Smith tries to dig his way down the left wing. Rasega is there. He'll rifle it out to the neutral zone. As the Mudbugs again forced to reset. So far so good for the Wranglers penalty kill, but they're not out of the woods yet. 40 seconds left on the Shreveport power play. Puck battle on the near boards of the neutral zone. And Sinclair is there. The hacked puck back down to Garapi. The Mudbugs, maybe one last chance here on the man advantage as Peritska rumbles in on the left side. Chip and chase action to the near corner. Morton cuts him off. Gerhardt is there as well. He'll bank it off the wall and spring himself forward. 2-on-1 developing. Gerhardt to the middle, and the pass was behind Breyer. Good look for the Wranglers shorthanded, and they've all but killed it off. And out of the box right now is Goldberg. So the Wranglers 2 for 2 so far on the PK tonight. We're back to even strength. Shreveport exits their own end. Baert drops it off for Boyle. Wranglers step in. 3-on-2 developing here. Morton on the right wing. Delays and shoots. It's blocked. That was a good play by Liam Fleet. As the Mudbugs turn up ice. 2-on-2 catching up as Wellburn. And now in the neutral zone, Emery will knock it into the zone. And Wellburn returns the favor by saucing it into the scorer's table. So we get a stoppage with 9:53 left in the second period. So we enter the second half of tonight's game. All tied up at 2. Most recent goal scorer, Jacob Miller, to get us all tied up. As this is the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube. We'll be back in just a moment after these messages from our local sponsors.
Celebrating Air Force Staff Sergeant Alana Milanes. Originally from DeRidder, Louisiana, Sergeant Milanes has served 6 years as a human resource manager. She's also
Have a drink, catch the game, get yourself some awesome wings. It's the place to do your thing. You gotta get down to Hooters. Here she comes, a girl next door, hanging with good friends and more. Come on, what you waiting for? You gotta get down to Hooters. So get on up and get on down to Hooters.
Work. It means getting up early and getting on the road. It takes commitment, perseverance, and grit. You always get the job done. That's why at UniFirst, we provide the uniforms and services you need to work harder, smarter, and safer. We always deliver. Because you always deliver.
2-all here at the pond. Mudbugs got the first 2, Wranglers the next, and it's a brand new game in the second half of the second period. 9:53 left in frame number 2. Drawn to the right of Charlie Zolan. As Carl Jacobson out there with Resega, Elislav, and Breyer. And Serrato take the draw. Mudbugs win it. Adams slides down the left wing. Pitches it to the far corner for Smith. Reverse it back below the goal line as McKay has it. They'll backhand it up top. Pass is picked off by Resega. It's knocked out to the neutral zone, and Elislav almost gets there. And now Shreveport able to peel away from the attack of the Swedish forward. Gets stuffed at the Wrangler blue line, and things get a little chippy here. Physicality ramping up as the Wranglers angle it into the near corner. Mudbugs blasted along the wall, gloved down by Serrato, but picked up by Smith, and the Mudbugs turn up ice. McKay shot, sticked aside by Zolan. Rebound pops over into the far corner, where coming out of the pile is Jacobson. Springs Resega into motion, moving with Serrato in stride. Back to Resega. From the right wing, he'll stop. Throw it across. Hanna's a shot, and that one whistled wide. Good look there for Crew Hannes, and the Wranglers are starting to cook offensively, and they continue to do so as Wood battles down the left wing. Wranglers are offside with 8:41 left in the second. And again, we've been seeing the Wranglers build up to this moment, and I think it started late in yesterday's game where the Wranglers ended up losing 5-1, but that line with Resega, Jacobson, and Olislav started to do some really good things for the Wranglers, and bit of a rocky start here in the first period in this game, but as time went on, we're starting to see the Wranglers get better and better offensively, become more proficient in their attack. And as a result of that, they've got the lowest 2 recent goals in this game as the Mudbugs ice the puck with 8:33 left in period 2. As the Miller, Wood, and Hannes line will stay out there. Whited and Sinclair, no, the 2 D-men. Drawn to the right of Garapi. Puck nipped to the half wall. Wranglers fish it free. Wood darts towards the goal, diving, can't get it to Garapi. It's knocked to the near corner as Hannes feeds it to the middle. Wood was there. The puck, a little bit like a hot potato, leaped over his stick, and the Mudbugs possess. On the right wing, Mudbugs move it to the left corner. Wranglers get it out to the line, and Wood creates a steal. He feeds Miller. Miller on the right wing shoots, and a pad save is made by Garapi as Wood got dumped down to the ground as he was trying to join the play. Mudbugs go across. Shot to the goal. Litchard can't rip one off as the Wranglers are there defensively. Murch driving in. Gets stood up nicely by Hannes. And Crew Hannes able to keep the puck on his stick. Wranglers flag it down at center ice as Wood gains the blue line and just tosses it in as he goes for a line change. Jasser on the left wing flips it to the middle for Parichka, and his shot is stopped by Zolan. Puck goes down to play with 7:23 left in the second. And it looks like in the second period, the ice has opened up a lot more than what we saw in the first period. And the Wranglers, with the only goal so far here in the second period, seem to have that advantage. But you don't ever want to count the Mudbugs out. They are dangerous in transition. And we saw an open space yesterday on the 4-on-4, both teams scoring. So while we are 5-on-5 right now, seems like the more open the ice gets, the more both teams benefit from it. Things start to become a track meet. As at the red line, Welburn sauces it behind Garapi. Wranglers get a piece of it. Phillips on the forecheck, trying to do the dirty work. In the far corner, feeds it to Apollon. Behind the net, Phillips dumps a man down. Crowd oohing and awing for a penalty. They're not going to get it as the Mudbugs escape their own ends. Jasser collects a puck on the right wing. Battles with Hedquist. Hedquist pins him up against the end wall. And is able to create a turnover as Welburn feeds Phillips. And now Apollon on the right wing. Wranglers having trouble hanging on to the puck there. Long pass on time for Akimov. He'll delay for reinforcements. Akimov feeds the right wing, bears the shot, and that one goes over the goal and out to the line. Mudbugs keep it in. Akimov reloads and shoots, goes over the goal. And behind the play, Serrato takes a shot. He's slow to get up as the Wranglers dump it in. Serrato back up on his feet as the Mudbugs repossess. And on the left wing, it's Haldenby. He'll step in and shoot. Zolan makes the grab. And now Bear gets dumped down to the ice at the end of that play. Excuse me, that was Haldenby. And with 5:56 left in the second period, temper starting to flare. Again, this is a game where there's only been 2 penalties called, both against the Wranglers. One at the end of the first period, one here in the second period. Wranglers 2 for 2 on the penalty kill, but have yet to see some power play time against the 3rd most penalized team in the North American Hockey League. Draw to the left of Zolan. Hannes will take it. Make that Morton, excuse me. As the Mudbugs win the draw. Nickel from the line. His shot goes wide. McGuire on the rebound. Possesses. Snakes it over to the far side where it's met by the Mudbugs. And a shot pass goes through the crease and out to the neutral zone. Wranglers trying to get possession here. As a big blast of a hit is thrown on Hutchinson by Morton. Wranglers have the puck on the right wing as Gerhardt burrows his way in. Mudbugs creating havoc, trying to get a steal. Gerhardt forced down to the ice. Morton battling as well, 2-on-2 here. As we'll wait to see who wins this sparring match for the puck. It is the Wranglers as McGuire has it at the line. He'll pitch it below the goal line for Gerard, who's tied up. He gets hauled down, and still no call made. Gerard takes a shot behind the play, and again the Mudbugs come away unscathed. Hutchinson on the left side feeds Pewley. Pewley scampering in deep. Wranglers stand him up. Smith is there, but not enough for the Mudbugs as Whited will pitch it to the neutral zone for Rasega. He'll shiftily dart his way into the attacking zone. Gets stood up by Murch. Wranglers in deep. Olislov trying to create a steal. In the neutral zone, the Mudbugs settle it down, but there to collect it, calm, cool, and composed, is Wellburn. Now, Emery snakes his way on the right wing. Wranglers get a piece of it. Bump the puck back out to center ice, and the Mudbugs will just filter it back in as they go for a partial change. And from there, the Wranglers whistle all the way down for an icing with 4:11 left in the second period. And 2-2 is still our score. So this draw is going to come back into the Wranglers zone. Amarillo can't make a change, so Olislov, Jacobson, and Rasega, along with Wellburn and Sinclair, have to stay out there. Meanwhile, Litchard will take the draw against Jacobson. As the puck is directed to the far corner, Deeb knocks it up to the line. Puck comes loose to Boucher, and his quick shot is stopped by Zolan. Wellburn on the rebound. Gets it to the line, but not out. Jacobson gets back. Can't get it out either. And on the right point, Wise's shot goes off a stick and wide. Olislov able to get a Wrangler clear, and that has enough steam. I guess not enough steam, I should say, to negate the icing. So 3:35 left in the second period. Mudbugs regroup and reload. Serrato off his own end wall. Connects with Hedquist. Head up, looks for a long stretch pass. Finds Jacob Miller to the right wing. What a shot! Goes over the goal and out of play with 3:22 left in period 2, where we are tied 2-2. And that's a lot of twos. Just a reminder that at the conclusion of the second period, we will have the second intermission report brought to you by Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages. We'll recap all the events of the first two periods, look ahead to period number 3, and of course, talk about the upcoming festivities at the Budweiser bullpen for home opening weekend as Miller drives towards the net off the face-off. Poked away by the stick of goaltender Aiden Garapi. Wood on the forecheck wreaking havoc, but the Mudbugs hang on to the puck. Shreveport through the neutral zone. It's Parichka. Loses the puck on a fumble to Wood. Losing balance. He's able to stay on his feet. Poke it over to Breyer. Good play by Noah Wood, the former Ice Dog. As Serrato claims a loose puck in the neutral zone. Moves with speed. He'll delay for Hannes. Shot there. Garapi sprawling out to make the save. And the Wranglers try and punch it in. The puck was loose, but the referee lost sight of the puck and blew the whistle with 2:46 left in the second. And Crew Hannes has looked better and better each game, and I have to say, I think this is his best game as a Wrangler so far. He's been absolutely buzzing so far tonight. Picked up an assist earlier this evening, and I think it's only a matter of time before he gets his first goal of the campaign. Draw to the left of Garapi. Phillips and his line come on. Draw is won by Haldenby, but Wranglers on the forecheck look to hem the Mudbugs in their own zone. Puck is soccered at the left circle. Apollon trying to muscle towards the goal, but it is collected by Adams in open space, and the Mudbugs will control. Puck is propelled up to the neutral zone where it's received by Boucher. Moving forward is Adams. Falls down the line. Mudbugs can't hold it in, and they are offside with 2:16 left in the second period.
Sanders Chiropractic and Wellness and Neurologically based chiropractic care for
Neutral zone draw incoming in front of the Mudbugs bench. Head coach Soupy Campbell going up against Wranglers head coach Taylor Harnett tonight. And the Mudbugs assistants wearing some cowboy hats here this evening. Of course, the assistant coach for the Wranglers tonight, Connor White. Our other assistant coach, Brandon Richardson, out due to illness this weekend. Hope he's doing well. We'll see you back at home for the home opener on Friday. McGuire pumps it to the neutral zone. Hutchinson returns the favor by winding it down low behind Zolan. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. Puck jumps into the crease, and Zolan, pouncing on it like a panther, hangs on with 1:54 left in period number 2. Of course, Charlie Zolan, his lone defeat this season was on that first night against the Lone Star Brahmas a few weeks ago. Reigning North American Hockey League goaltender of the month. Best goalie in the entire league. And for Shreveport, they've been backed up by good goaltending, and it seems like in this league, especially in this division, you need a good goaltender to win. The Wranglers have a good trio of them in Zolan, Lubimov, and Gerard. Looks like the Mudbugs have found a good one in Aiden Garapi as well, and he's pretty much been the main reason as to why they've been so successful. Garapi stopping 112 out of 115 in the win streak. Murch cuts towards the goal. Backhand shot goes wide. It's filtered from low to high as a shot by Doyle misses the net. Goes to the skate of Hedquist. He'll paddle it forward to Olislov, but the Mudbugs do regain possession in their own end as Smith gets stood up by Jacobson. Mudbugs able to hang on to the puck, though, as we're in the final minute of the second period. Doyle with it from his own end. Feeds it across to the near side for Murch. He'll cut towards the middle. Relay it to Doyle. He'll gain the red line. Now Wranglers blue. Doyle with speed. Driving towards the goal. It gets directed to the far corner. And is forced to just knock the puck to the near side where Serrato will hoist it forward. Wood tries to kick it towards the middle. Gets cut off by Baert. Wood throws a big hit on Baert as the Wranglers get possession back. From the left point, it's Breyer. Across to Serrato. 20 seconds left. Shot out in front. Deflection is there. But making the stop is Garapi. And behind the play, Morton is down as he took a stick up high. Meanwhile, play goes on. We're in the final 5 seconds of the second period. And that was Hannes, not Morton, who took that shot as time expires on the second period. So afterwards, we get a scrum in front of the Wranglers' crease. Zolan backs away, lets his guys take care of business, but our crew will break that up. And for Crew Hannes, he took a shot there behind the play. And I beg your pardon on that. First, I thought it was Andrew Morton. It's hard to see. I thought it was 2-7 instead of 2-2, but it was Crew Hannes. He appears to be all right. Well, for the Wranglers, he's been one of their best players so far tonight. He's been buzzing. He factored in on a goal here today. We'll talk all about it and what has happened so far here in this game. The second intermission report. We'll also take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and preview the matchup with the Colorado Grit next weekend on home opening weekend at the Budweiser Bullpen. All that and a whole lot more when we come back on the Wranglers Hockey Network in 3.5 minutes for the second intermission report, brought to you by Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages. The Wranglers 2 and the Mudbugs 2 after 2 periods of play.
And get on down to Hooters.
Work. It means getting up early and getting on the road. It takes commitment, perseverance, and grit. You always get the job done. That's why at UniFirst, we provide the uniforms and services you need to work harder, smarter, and safer. We always deliver. Because you always deliver.
Your ordinary jobs deserve extraordinary quality. Skip the big box and save with FlexTech and Austin Hose. With crush-resistant fittings and superior resistance to abrasion, weather, ozone, and oil, FlexTech water hoses provide outstanding strength at a value that washes the competition away. And be sure to make those ordinary jobs that much easier with our vast selection of quick connect fittings. And now, take simplicity one step further with the Dixon Constant Flow Nozzle. Simply twist the nozzle head to adjust from a wide to long spray pattern to tackle any job. And it's internally sealed for easy installation, leak-free handling, and true water shutoff. Rated up to 300 psi, FlexTech air hoses provide the durability and cost efficiency of PVC with a look and feel that simulates the flexibility of a traditional rubber hose. Pair your FlexTech air hose with the Milton blowgun, and even your toughest jobs are an absolute breeze. So when you're tired of the ordinary, put FlexTech to the test. Call Austin Hose today.
When you know where you're going, you do what it takes to move forward. For me, that means money in the bank. Saving cash. So this is my ride. My granddad's old truck.
Saving is cool again, especially with fantastic rates and free checking at A&B.
Thanks, Pop Pop.
No, it's it's me, the A&B guy. Amarillo National Bank. Amarillo before bank.
We want to help you thrive no matter what stage of life you're in. Your prescription for well-being starts at United Supermarkets, where your neighborhood pharmacists are here to give you the care you need when you need it. From expert consultation to personalized care and all your wellness essentials, and giving you your best shot at prevention with immunizations, we understand that every step towards health is a step towards happiness. So whether you're picking up or we're dropping off, we're here for you.
AMA Techtel is just first rate. We had a flood here last year. We don't have any internet, we don't have any phones, we have nothing. By the time I got from my house to downtown, AMA Techtel already had a crew of men there. I can't imagine doing business without AMA Techtel. They're that important.
Welcome back to Shreveport into the second intermission report, where it's a 2-2 game between the Wranglers and the Mudbugs here at Hirsch Coliseum in Shreveport. So, after 2 periods of play, we're all tied up. Guy Chiarenza here, and what has been a fantastic game between two South Division foes. Here's the Mudbugs jumping out to a 2-0 lead in the first period. First goal scored 2:06 in, coming off of the stick of Aiden Pewley, assisted by Gleb Akimov to make it a 1-0 Mudbug lead. Then about halfway through the first, it was Kyan Haldenbein steadying his point streak to make it a 2-0 Mudbug lead. But late in the first period, Grayson Gerhardt scores with 3:36 left to make it a 2-1 game, assisted by McGuire and Morton to get the Wranglers on the board. Momentum carried to the second period as the Wranglers killed off a penalty, the first of the game, and then were able to get a goal about 6 minutes into the second period, as it was Jacob Miller on a one-time shot between the circles, beating Garapi, assisted by Hannes and Rasega, to make it a 2-2 game all. And that's where we stand after 2 periods of play. Interestingly enough, only 2 penalties called in this game so far, both against the Wranglers, who have yet to have a power play chance in this game, which is quite odd considering the Mudbugs are the 3rd most penalized team in the league right now. Coach Soupy Campbell and his team have been pretty disciplined, I guess. I guess you can't really say that, but they've been off the penalty sheet so far here tonight, and it seems like it's been one of those games where a lot of stuff has gone uncalled. I think the officiating crew just wants to really let both teams play it out, duke it out, and whatever happens, happens. But for Soupy Campbell, he's got to be quite pleased with the fact that his team has not committed any penalties so far tonight. As I said earlier, they're one of the most penalized teams in the league. Although I think that's interesting is the fact that the Mudbugs actually outshot the Wranglers 10-6 in the second period, 25-15 overall through 2, but it doesn't seem to matter for the Wranglers. Quality over quantity, right? They've got the game tied up at 2, and it doesn't really matter how many shots you take as long as enough find its way to the back of the net. They end up getting you the win at the end of the day. Wranglers looking to end a 4-game losing slide and snap a Mudbug 5-game win streak, and of course end the season-long and franchise-long 11-game road trip on a high note. Wranglers will be back in town next week for the home opener weekend against Colorado. And what a week that's going to be. It's filled to the brim. Fun stuff every single day, not just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It actually starts tomorrow over at the Amarillo Ice Ranch for our annual Hawktoberfest celebration. It's going to be a ton of fun, 2 to 5 p.m. Stay with the Wranglers on the ice, get autographs, pictures, meet the whole squad. The coaches will be there. I will be there. It's going to be a whole load of fun. You got specialty beers, some games going out in the parking lot. We got a shoot to win. Fun stuff for the whole family. There's going to be prizes that will be given out. We're going to hook you up. It's going to be a great time. Season ticket holders, make sure you're there to pick up your season tickets for the season. You got to come to Hawktoberfest to pick those up. So we're going to see you there on Sunday, which I guess is tomorrow. It's crazy how time flies. But we'll see you there over at Hawktoberfest at the Amarillo Ice Ranch from 2 to 5. Make sure you're there. Be there or be square, as that'll kick things off for opening weekend at the Bullpen. And on Wednesday, I'm sure you've heard the word, over at Bubba's 33 off of I-40. The Wranglers will be there from 6 to 8 p.m. The player introductions, you can meet the Wranglers. It's a meet and greet sort of deal, where you can meet with the Wranglers, get some autographs, take some pictures. And, of course, as always when you're at Bubba's, you got to eat the food. I mean, the food is the best part. And I know the Wranglers very well. We got some great guys this season, but my goodness, that food is phenomenal. And, of course, it's got the always important approval of head coach Taylor Harnett. He loves the food over at Bubba's. Told me so himself. So make sure you see the Wranglers there on Wednesday from 6 to 8. And have some fun and hang out and eat some good grub. Now over on Friday, it'll be the home opener against the Colorado Grit. And this has been a moment a long time in the making. Wranglers are finally playing a home game at the new and improved Budweiser Bullpen. New cooling system, new boards, new glass. It's like a brand new arena. It's top tier, and I can't wait to see a game played in it. Got a glimpse at it before heading off for this road trip, and man, does it look phenomenal. Did an impressive job over there at the Bullpen, and the players can't wait to get there. I can't wait to get there. And, of course, we can't wait to play a game in front of the home fans, the best in the league at the Budweiser Bullpen. So make sure you're there for puck drop at 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6. Of course, rally towels will be provided by UniFirst on what is going to be Wranglers and Wrestling nights. There's going to be a lot of wrestling matches going on the concourse. That's going to be a ton of fun, so make sure you're there for that. Get your tickets at panhandletickets.com. And, of course, come back for another one on Saturday, as it is going to be Wranglers and Race Cars night. Doors open at 6, puck drops at 7. Lots of cool cars on the concourse for you to rest your eyes upon. And, of course, for the kiddos, a trunk or treat on the concourse. So make sure you're wearing your Halloween costume and make this be known. I want to see those Halloween costumes. I will say they've done a good job here in Shreveport. Seen a lot of cool costumes. I saw SpongeBob on the concourse. I think Michael Myers was chasing me around down there. I know Patrick Whited got a good dose of Michael Myers down there. He was prowling around on the concourse. So I want to see the same deal at the Budweiser Bullpen on Saturday. Make sure you got your costumes, and you don't have to be a kid to have your costume. Everyone's in the Halloween spirit these days, so make sure you bring your costume on Saturday for the trunk or treat for Wranglers and Race Cars. And then on Sunday Fun Day, 3 o'clock start time. Doors open at 2. It's a perfect outing for the whole family. Look, great way to end your weekend. Great way to have the kids in bed by 9. Game will be well over by then. And so it's a great way to end the week at the Budweiser Bullpen. Wranglers in the Grit capping off a 3-game set on the weekend. So that's what's on the docket at the Bullpen, and it's great to say we're coming home. We're coming home at the end of this game, and the Wranglers hope to have 2 points in their back pocket at the end of it. And we've seen the Wranglers get better as the game has gone on. A little bit of a rocky start for the first period, a little bit of a slow, sloppy start for the Wranglers, but as time went on, the Wranglers settled into this game and they really started to get back to the basics and playing Wranglers hockey. We saw that aggressive forecheck return, Wranglers establishing time in the offensive zone. Everything we talked about in the first intermission report saying that the Wranglers needed to do to tie this game up, well, they did it and a whole lot more. I think in a game like this where we haven't seen a whole lot of penalties called, I think it's going to take something big, something pretty egregious to get a call here in this game. I don't think we're going to see special teams play a big factor in the third period, but keep this in mind. We have seen a lot of physicality, a lot of chippiness, a lot of after the whistle, behind the play stuff for the Wranglers. I think you got to keep calm, cool, and composed. There's a time and a place for all of that. You don't want to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar, so to speak. Just play a clean game the rest of the way through. The penalty kills looked great, but you don't want to give the Mudbugs a chance to pull ahead. And so for the Wranglers, continue to keep your composure. Find a way to replicate what you did in the second period on offense. They should be in good shape to come away with the win. Charlie Zolan has looked phenomenal for the Wranglers so far. He stopped 23 of 25 to this point. And as we talked about in the second period, you got to have great goaltending to win in this league. Both teams have a good one between the pipes here tonight. And so I think what it's going to come down to is who's able to pull away on offense in this game. The Wranglers, they've got the firepower to do it. Crew Hannes has looked spectacular, as has Daniel Rasega. Of course, it's always great to see Jacob Miller get on the board. He gets his first of the season. And the Wranglers have some momentum in this game. They've scored the last two. So we'll see what they can do here in the third period as they try and break away and come away with the win on the final game of the road trip. When we come back on the second intermission report, brought to you by Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages, we'll take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard on a busy night on the North American Hockey League. This is the Wranglers Hockey Network, presented by Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages. We'll see you after the break.
And get on down to Hooters.
Work. It means getting up early and getting on the road. It takes commitment, perseverance, and grit. You always get the job done. That's why at UniFirst, we provide the uniforms and services you need to work harder, smarter, and safer. We always deliver. Because you always deliver.
Your ordinary jobs deserve extraordinary quality. Skip the big box and save with Flex Tech and Austin Hose. With crush-resistant fittings and superior resistance to abrasion, weather, ozone, and oil, Flex Tech water hoses provide outstanding strength at a value that washes the competition away. And be sure to make those ordinary jobs that much easier with our vast selection of Quick Connect fittings. And now, take simplicity one step further with the Dixon Constant Flow Nozzle. Simply twist the nozzle head to adjust from a wide to long spray pattern to tackle any job. And it's internally sealed for easy installation, leak-free handling, and true water shutoff. Rated up to 300 PSI, FlexTech air hoses provide the durability and cost efficiency of PVC with a look and feel that simulates the flexibility of a traditional rubber hose. Pair your FlexTech air hose with the Milton blowgun, and even your toughest jobs are an absolute breeze. So when you're tired of the ordinary, put FlexTech to the test. Call Austin Hose today.
When you know where you're going, you do what it takes to move forward. For me, that means money in the bank. Saving cash. So this is my ride. My granddad's old truck.
Saving is cool again, especially with fantastic rates and free checking at A&B.
Thanks, Pop Pop.
No, it's it's me, the A&B guy. Amarillo National Bank. Amarillo before bank.
We want to help you thrive no matter what stage of life you're in. Your prescription for well-being starts at United Supermarkets, where your neighborhood pharmacists are here to give you the care you need when you need it. From expert consultation to personalized care and all your wellness essentials, and giving you your best shot at prevention with immunizations, we understand that every step towards health is a step towards happiness. So whether you're picking up or we're dropping off, we're here for you.
AMA Techtail is just first rate. We had a flood here last year. We don't have any internet, we don't have any phones, we have nothing. By the time I got from my house to downtown, AMA Techtail already had a crew of men there. I can't imagine doing business without AMA Techtail. They're that important.
Here at the pond, we are all tied up at 2, ready for second period action between the Wranglers and the Mudbugs. But first, before we get to that, let's get to our out-of-town scoreboard to see what's going on a busy night in the North American Hockey League. Over at Blazers Ice Center, Brahmas got the first 2 in that game, Warriors the next 2, and at the top of the third period, those teams are tied at 2. Lone Star getting goals from Kerr and Sable. Warriors from Likeness and Kish. Okay, what is a 2-2 game over at Blazers Ice Center? Over at Ector County Coliseum, New Mexico Ice Wolves looking to end their lengthy skid. They lead it 2-0 over the Jackalopes at the start of the third period over there. New Mexico with goals from Noah Mertz and Bryce Johnson in that game. And over at American Bank Center, the good old ABC, it's the Corpus Christi Ice Rays hosting the Colorado Grit. Corpus Christi and Colorado tied up at 1 as they're in the final quarter of the second period. Braden Junker the goal for the Grit. Raymond Perot the goal for Corpus Christi as the Ice Rays look to continue their hot start to start the season. And of course, as always, you can always check out all the other scores from around the league over on NAHL.com or download the app and check it out in real time right from your phone. As we get ready for third period action here, Wranglers and the Mudbugs tied up at 2. One thing is for certain, that we've got one heck of a finish coming here at the pond. So thank you for joining us here for the second intermission report presented by Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages. I'm Guy Chiarenza saying I'll see you on the flip for third period action here from Shreveport. This is the Wranglers Hockey Network, presented by Austin Hose.
Your ordinary jobs deserve extraordinary quality. Skip the big box and save with Flex Tech and Austin Hose. With crush-resistant fittings and superior resistance to abrasion, weather, ozone, and oil, Flex Tech water hoses provide outstanding strength at a value that washes the competition away. And be sure to make those ordinary jobs that much easier with our vast selection of Quick Connect fittings. And now, take simplicity one step further with the Dixon Constant Flow Nozzle. Simply twist the nozzle head to adjust from a wide to long spray pattern to tackle any job. And it's internally sealed for easy installation, leak-free handling, and true water shutoff. Rated up to 300 PSI, FlexTech air hoses provide the durability and cost efficiency of PVC with a look and feel that simulates the flexibility of a traditional rubber hose. Pair your FlexTech air hose with the Milton blowgun, and even your toughest jobs are an absolute breeze. So when you're tired of the ordinary, put FlexTech to the test. Call Austin Hose today.
On Wednesday, October 23rd, the Amarillo Wranglers are going to be hanging out at Bubba's 33. You can come meet and greet the team from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You'll have the chance to get photos with your favorite players. You can even score free tickets to one of their games. So come enjoy a mouth-watering burger or grub on some wings for dinner. Hang out and get to know players from the Amarillo Wranglers with introductions starting at 7 p.m. at Bubba's 33 on Wednesday, October 23rd from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. located at 2813 West I-40.
We're all set for third period action from George's Pond in Shreveport, Louisiana. Nail biter here, going to come right down to the wire. Wranglers looking to break away in the third in a 2-2 game. Mudbugs got the first 2, Wranglers the next 2. And only time will tell what the third period has in store for us here at the pond. Thank you for joining us here on NATV and YouTube on the Wranglers Hockey Network. Your home for Wranglers action all season long. This one's been a good one. Guy Chiarenza here from Hirsch Coliseum. About to tell you how this one ends between the Wranglers and the Mudbugs in the 22nd all-time meeting. Third period underway. Mudbugs with the puck to start. Litchard through the neutral zone, pumps it to the right side off the stick of Deeb, and the Wranglers are there to meet him at the blue line. Wellburn shovels it to McGuire. Goes off his stick and in deep. Crunches a man in the corner. Morton helps out. Feeds Gerhard, who joins the play. Deeb able to slip away with the puck out of the fray. He'll dart through the neutral zone from the right wing. Blast it over the head of Zolan. Off the glass and to the far half wall. Now Litchard almost has his pocket picked by Resega. Litchard a snipe and is blocked into traffic out in front. Second attempt off the side of the net. Zolan might have gotten a piece of it, but Gerhard able to snake away to the neutral zone as the Wranglers exit their own end. Mudbugs muscle it back into the Wrangler end where Jacobson will shuffle it on the right wing. Connects with Resega, and in the neutral zone, puck is turned over to Jacobson. Jacobson in, dangling to the goal, and he gets bodied off the puck as Garapi got a pad on it. That stops time 1:12 into the first, and now afterwards we get a convergence near the Mudbug net. Again, if you're the Wranglers, it's fine to cause chaos, but you don't want to head back to the penalty box, so you have to be smart about it. No penalties forthcoming from that sequence, as the draw will be on the far circle. That same line stays out for the Wranglers. The two Swedes and Resega. Jacobson to take the draw against Emery. And it looks like scratch that. Jacobson will be kicked out in favor of Resega. Mudbugs victorious on the face-off as Wise connects with McKay. He'll glide down the right wing, bank it off the near glass and in deep as Smith works it up high. Wise to Doyle, and an error there from the Mudbug D-men forces him to the neutral zone, and now the Wranglers have the puck as Breyer feeds Alislov, and that shot is stopped by Garapi. Puck escapes the zone. In the neutral zone, it's Jacobson. He'll backpedal towards his own territory. Springs Serrato, who loses the puck to Akimov, and his shot is shouldered away by Zolan. Breyer slides it over to the near corner softly to Hannes. Mudbugs come crashing in, trying to steal it away. Wranglers keep a firm hand on it. As rumbling down the right wing is Noah Wood. From skate to stick, Wood goes behind the net. On his backhand, gets it to Hannes, and he keeps his head up looking for reinforcements. Tries to spin it back down deep, but it's stood up by Sinclair. What a shift he's having defensively. As stepping in is Litchard, and his shot can't go towards the goal. He gets stood up by the Wranglers. Mudbugs keeping possession as the crowd gets into it. Litchard feeds it towards the middle, and Whited is there to make a defensive play. And with his help, the Wranglers get it out to center. Jasser without his stick will kick it to the near side, and now throwing a hit is Phillips as he looks to get to work offensively. Fleet cycles around his net to the far side where Boucher will tap it to the line, but not out. Wranglers angle it into the near corner. In the midst of a partial change, Adams over to Fleet, and the Mudbugs start a quick breakout. Long toss connects with Boucher, and he gets dumped down to the ground as the Wranglers regain possession. McGuire tries to feed it to the middle. Had the right idea. Ping-pongs off a couple of sticks. It ends up onto the stick of Phillips as he whips it towards the goal. Garapi makes the stop and keeps play moving. 15:50 left in the third period, still tied at 2. Wranglers direct it into the far corner. An open space in his own end, it's Liam Doyle. Doyle with his head up. Springs it to the left side for McKay. He'll pump it to the right wing for Smith. It's bodied by Gerhard. Wranglers able to take it away as Gerhard moving with McGuire. Will direct it in on Garapi. He makes no mistake and no hesitation. Will freeze it with 15:22 left in the third. So Shreveport getting some action in the Wranglers' end early. Wranglers starting to return the favor here in a game where You know the next goal is going to be a huge one. Question is who's going to get it? Of course, we were tied after 2. The Wranglers in such instances are 3-0. The Mudbugs are 2-1. We'll see who comes away with the victory here tonight in the final game of the 2-game set. Now for the Mudbugs, they're off next weekend while the Wranglers have their home opener against Colorado. The next time they play will be against the Wranglers at the Budweiser bullpen on the first week of November. As a shot by Serrato is blocked by Haldenby. He'll snake his way down the left wing, feed it to the middle for Bewley. And Zolan makes a stop in close quarters. Charlie Zolan has been on it so far here today for the Wranglers. He makes another big stop to keep it a tie game with 15:09 left in the third. Draw will be to his right. The native of Greenwich, Connecticut, has been as sharp as a tack for the Wranglers so far this season. Tonight, no different. Jacobson will take the draw out there with Resega and Olislov. Mudbugs win it. Quick shot is blocked. Diving was wided as snaking towards the goal is Akimov looking for another. The Wranglers able to cut him off and turn up ice. It's Resega cutting towards the middle. Toe drag shot and raying off the pipe. Daniel Resega just inches away from scoring his first in the league. Olislov to the middle. Goes off a skate. Mudbugs feed it to the near side. Hedquist pinching in, keeps it in. Hutchinson, toe drag around his net, feeling the pressure from the Swede Olislov. Murch loses his footing. Wranglers try and rip it away. Mudbugs able to stand firm and keep the puck at the line. Murch is jammed at by Jacobson as the puck jumps over the glass and out of play. 5:32 into the third. And how good has that line been for the Wranglers? Just going to the bench now, Resega, Olislov, and Jacobson. They've been phenomenal. As on comes Miller, Wood, and Hannes. Another line that has played brilliantly here tonight for the Wranglers. As escaping from the draw is Boucher. He whistles it around Zolan, where it's collected by Hedquist. He'll filter it over to Welburn as possession changes at the line. Adams moves it to the near wing for Fleet. He'll softly lift it below the goal line where Welburn gets it back. A Mudbug on his heels. He's able to work it to Wood and blasts it all the way into the Mudbug end. No icing as the Mudbugs Litchard collects. He'll leave it for Fleet, who with time will get a lay of the land. And now roll out slowly on the left wing. Pass to the right for Litchard. Sidesteps oncoming pressure. Let's move it from high to low, but Breyer is there to get in front. Wranglers trying to go on the attack. Puck is played with the high stick of Hannes. Mudbugs touch up. Now the Wranglers get possession back. Hannes on the left wing. Drives his way in. Stops at the half wall. And will wind it behind the net. Crashing in is Phillips. Throws a check on Fleet. And we get a stoppage with 13:11 left in the third. And I believe that was because the puck got wedged between the door on the end wall behind Aiden Garapi. So the draw will stay in the Shreveport end. As Morley Phillips with the pollen and Goldberg will take this next draw. Serrato and Breyer are the two D-men. Draw one by the Mudbugs ends up going to Garapi. And on the rebound, it's collected by Baert. His entry is quickly shut down. Mudbugs forced to reassess as the puck is directed to the near corner. Breyer gets there first. He tries to bomb it out of his own end. Porichka making life difficult. Serrato with a nifty move, able to help the puck out to the neutral zone as Boyle regroups and reloads and flutters it back in for Shreveport. 12:38 left in the third period. Serrato has Apollon up ahead. He'll gain the Mudbug blue line. Apollon to the middle. He was looking for Morton. Puck leaped over his stick. Morton from the right wing. Feeds it to the corner. Nobody there. And the Mudbugs will start their next breakout. Baird wants to spring Jasser into the middle. Puck goes off a body and into Zolan, who covers up with 12:18 left in the third. Draw will be on the near circle of the Wranglers zone. Mudbugs getting a change. Morton out there with Gerhard and McGuire. Two defensemen are Sinclair and Whited. As on the face-off, Mudbugs twirl it behind the net where McKay gets wedged off the puck. Wranglers unable to hang on to it, though, as a steal is created by Smith. He stays in the zone, plugs it to the near corner where Morton battles against Emery, and it looks like the puck ended up out of play on that sequence with 11:59 left in the third. Andrew Morton with a point here tonight. Gets his 4th point of the season, and he's another guy that I think that just needs a little bit more time to really get going, but once he does, he's going to be a dangerous force. At 65 points in 51 games in the CCHL. So look out for Andrew Morton. You'll see him and the Wranglers at the home opener on Friday. Make sure you get your tickets at panhandletickets.com. Merch from the line, slides it to Nickel. Now back to the left circle, pass connects. McKay a shot, and his backhand shot goes wide. McKay again takes a wrist shot this time. It's blocked by Whited. Another shot by Emery, blocked by Whited again. What a shift he's having. As the puck escapes the zone, the Mudbugs forced to just bomb it back in so they can get a line change. Whited with it. Feels the pressure. Not swayed by it. Works the puck up ahead. Stays in the zone. Gerhard gets met by a pack of Mudbugs. Gets tripped up. And we're going to get a penalty here. And it looks like it's going against the Mudbugs. So for the Wranglers, with 11:11 left in the third period, they will get their first power play of the game. As going to the box is Cam Smith. We've got a timeout on the ice, and when we come back, the Wranglers power play will get to work for the first time tonight, as it is a 2-2 game here in Shreveport with 11:11 left in the third. This is the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
AMA Techtail is just first rate. We had a flood here last year. We don't have any internet. We don't have any phones. We have nothing. By the time I got from my house to downtown, AMA Techtail already had a crew of men there. I can't imagine doing business without AMA Techtail. They're that important.
Two-two game, Wranglers go to the power play. Amarillo 11.43% on the season. On the man advantage, Shreveport penalty kill operating at 86.8%. 12th best unit in the league. Wranglers with a chance to break away and take the lead on the man advantage. Off the draw, Gerhard gets it to the line for Serrato. Now Rasega feeds Serrato again. They'll play catch as Rasega has it once more. Beneath the left circle, it's McGuire. He'll ride up the wall. Feed it to the middle, and there was Gerhard. He couldn't slam it home. He settles the puck down, moves it from low to high. Now back in the far corner, it's Gerhard. He'll wheel it to the near point for Rasega. Now up top, it's Serrato. Creeping in, gives it to Rasega. Now McGuire on the near corner. Back up top for Rasega. Over to Serrato at the right point. So with backhand twisted to Rasega, no look pass offline, and the Wranglers see the puck escape the zone and are forced to reset. 45 seconds already shaved off the Wrangler power play as McGuire re-enters on the left wing. Cuts towards the middle. Morton is there, but the Mudbugs sniff it out and get a clear. And the Wranglers getting a partial change as Gerhard comes off for Jacobson. And Serrato stationed behind his own net. We'll start the next breakout. Sal Serrato connects with Breyer. He'll backpedal and leave the puck to Hannes. 39 seconds left on the Wrangler power play. As Sinclair moves down the middle, he'll gain the red line, and now Mudbug Blue gets caught up by his own player and Phillips on the entry, and Amarillo is offside with 30 seconds of power play time left and 9:41 left in the third. And again, the Wranglers are without their leading power play goal scorer, Trace Day, still serving a suspension for an incident that happened in Lone Star, so that hurts this Wrangler man advantage here this weekend as they look to get the job done and take the lead. Sinclair on the right wing, pounds it off the end wall. It's angled to Fleet. Crashing in is Morley Phillips. 15 seconds left on the power play as the puck battle ensues. Jacobson trying to help out. Morley Phillips. Puck squeaks free. Wranglers can't get to it. Mudbugs can, and Haldenby will skate it out. Feed it to the middle for McKay. He'll dart towards the left wing as he's working against Sinclair, but a nice defensive stand by the former Pueblo Bull as the penalty expires and we're back to even strength. Wranglers moving towards the goal. Shot by Phillips. Goes over the goal. Garrity might have gotten a piece of that puck. And that shot had some heat on it as the Wranglers direct the puck back behind the netminder that they drafted. Doyle skates over his own blue line, gains center red, and enters Wrangler territory. He'll skate by Hedquist around the net. Hedquist catches up and picks the puck away. He's able to fish it over to Gerhard, who springs Morton into motion. Now on the left wing, he's got McGuire. He cuts to the middle for a quick shot that stopped. Morton on the rebound, can't get the shot. And now Wellburn will. Rebound comes to McGuire. Garrity the stop. Scramble for it. They score! Wranglers score. It's 3-2. Morton and the Wranglers take the lead. Andrew Morton would not be denied. And the crowd is stunned here in Shreveport as the Wranglers have scored 3 unanswered to take the lead. It's a multi-point affair for Andrew Morton. 1 goal and 1 assist. He now has 5 points on the season. As off the ensuing face-off, the Mudbugs, who are now trailing for the first time this weekend for Morton, it is his second multi-point game of the season. As Shreveport quickly looks to get that goal back. Mudbugs drive towards the goal. Wranglers sweep it up to the line, and now the net will come off with 7:53 left in the third. Morton's goals assisted by Corson McGuire, who also has Mudbugs fans wanted a penalty on that play as Boucher hit the deck, but they're not going to get it. And incoming is a neutral zone draw in front of Taylor Harnett and Connor White, the 2 bench bosses for the Wranglers. Draw is won by Amarillo. Wranglers shuffle it forward off the stick of Doyle. In hot pursuit is Noah Wood, who's been so dangerous on the forecheck this season. On the near side, Doyle receives a pass from the red line. Swats the stick out of Wood's hands. Levels it down low. At the line, Doyle a shot blocked into traffic. And the Wranglers are able to pop the rebound out to center ice. 7 minutes left in the third period. Wranglers trying to hang on and get their 7th win of the season. From the red line, Deeb will blast it out of play. So that'll stop time with 6:51 left in the third. So Gerhard, who had an assist in yesterday's game, has got 2 here tonight. Or excuse me, he's got 2 points here tonight. 1 goal and 1 assist. And so now it's a 3-point weekend for him. McGuire has 2 assists tonight. He had a goal yesterday, so another triple-point weekend for Corson McGuire. As from the neutral zone, McKay knocks it into the near corner. Mudbugs rotate to the far side. At the point, a shot is taken. Wranglers get the block and quickly exit the zone. Goldberg from neutral ice flutters it in on Garapi, who stops with 6:32 left in the third, and afterwards some more blood boiling over. Officiating crew will come in to separate that bunch. And the Wranglers will get a line change out of all of that. And I beg your pardon, looks like Divine Apollon is going to the penalty box. And a Mudbug. We'll see if a Mudbug joins him. Door to the Shreveport penalty box is open. And now it's closed, so it looks like Shreveport will now head to, well, signaling 5-on-5, so you want to be sure here. Looks like Apollon is being escorted to the locker room, so it appears that his night is over, and we'll take a look and see what the call is here. But Apollon, fresh new haircut and all, will head to the locker room. It looks like his night is over, but importantly right now is it looks like we remain 5-on-5 in the late stages of the third period. Warrington up against Haldenby on the near circle. Mudbugs have 3 men crowding the slot. 10-minute misconduct for Divine Apollon as a centering feed goes off a stick and into the far side. McGuire racing after it, tries to pick the pocket of Akimov. The official calls abuse of official to Divine Apollon. That's given him a 10-minute misconduct, which pretty much ends his night. As from the red line, Morton fires it in. Loose puck is collected by Fleet. Long toss on the money for Akimov. He rumbles to the goal. Zolan makes a big save to keep it a 1-goal game. And how dangerous has Akimov been this weekend? And in the biggest moment, Charlie Zolan rises to the occasion, makes a monumental save on a guy that's been red hot for Shreveport to keep it a 1-goal Wrangler lead with under 6 minutes to go in the third. Drawn to the left of Zolan. Quick shot by Bear. That one is stopped by the Wrangler netminder as well. Juggles the rebound and covers with 5:50 left in the third. Draw on the near circle. Jacobson will take it against Parichka. And off the draw, puck is hammered into the near corner. Wranglers try and rifle it out. Mudbugs keep it in. They'll swirl it around to the near corner as Hedquist tries to jam it out. With help from Alislov, they will. Now Hutchinson from the near wall turns it over in the neutral zone. Alislov to the right side, tries to muscle away to Mudbugs, gets it to the goal, but not on Garapi as Hutchinson got a stick on it. Mudbugs turning over again on the exit as we're approaching the final 5 minutes of the third period. Final 5 is brought to you by Hooters as Hutchinson has it behind the net. Long pass finds its target. It's Deeb on the right side. Deeb can't get a shot away as there to make the defensive play was Breyer. What a huge defensive stand from the Minnesota man. As now Wise connects with Litchard, and he will scurry through the neutral zone and gets the puck knifed off of his stick and out to center by the Wranglers defense. Miller backs it to Serrato. Now Breyer heaves it up to Hannes. It'll go off his stick and spin onto the stick of Boucher. He'll sauce it into the far corner to Zolan, where he will leave it for his D-man Serrato. The Missouri native will hack it off a stick and behind Garapi. The Wranglers get a change here. The Mudbugs start their next breakout. Over the line, it's Smith. Cuts to the middle. Finds a man on the right wing for a shot. That is stopped by Zolan. Emery took the shot. Zolan made the save. That stops time with 4:05 left in the third. Fresh Mudbugs come on as Morton will take this draw. 3 Wranglers in the slot. Gerhard with Whited, McGuire, and Sinclair, the other Wranglers out there. As Amarillo wins the draw, gets it to the line and out to center. McGuire taps it towards Garapi. Puck bounces off the Mudbug netminder into the near corner. Fleet stationed behind the net, knows time is not on his side. Quickly scampers out of the safe zone. Off the face-off, Wranglers tap at it, trying to knife it away from the Mudbugs, but Deeb does have possession. He'll get it over to Murch, now return to Deeb. He motors through the neutral zone. Lucas Deeb still with the puck on his stick. Wranglers trying to knock it away, and they do. It's Resega skating free, trying to drive towards the goal, but it gets cut off by Seth Murch, a journeyman in this league. And now the Mudbugs will have possession with 2:40 left in the third. Wranglers trying to hang on for their 7th victory of the season and end the 11-game road trip with a victory. Litchard over the red line into Wrangler territory. Gets bumped off the puck. Racing after it is Breyer. He's able to hammer it back out into the Mudbug end where it's collected by Doyle. Litchard, quick backhand pass to Pewley. He'll spin it to the middle. Wranglers knife it into the far corner. Net is empty. Garapi is pulled. Hannes from center. Gets to the blue line, Hannes, and the Wranglers are offside, it seems, with 2:10 left in the third. And Therapy will go back between the pipes. See if the Mudbugs want to take a timeout here or sometime soon to give their big guns a rest. Right now for Shreveport, Haldenby, Akimov, Pewley, Wise, and Doyle are the 5. And now Soupy Campbell does take his timeout with 2:10 left in the third. So in what has been a wild game, the Mudbugs scored the first 2 goals, both in the first period. The Wranglers have had the following 3 to take a 3-2 lead, getting goals from Gerhard, Miller, and Morton to get a 1-goal lead here in the third period, and they're trying to hang on their 7th victory of the season and look to close out the road trip with a split here in Shreveport and a win on the 11-game stretch on the road. Taylor Harnett drawing up a play for his boys at the bench. Soupy Campbell, coach of the Mudbugs, doing so as well. A nail-biter here at Hirsch Coliseum. And that's Wrangler hockey, baby. Wranglers have found a way to come away with wins in close games just like this one. As Amarillo this season in 1-goal games has been impressive. 4-0-0-1 is their record in such contests. Another nail-biter here. These tend to go their way, but they're not out of the woods yet. Still a little over 2 minutes left in the third. We'll see who Taylor Harnett sends out here for a critical moment in this game. It's Hannes, Miller, Wood, Hedquist, and Welburn The 5 for the Wranglers during this next sequence. For Shreveport, it's Deeb, Haldenby, Litchard, Fleet, and Akimov. Mudbugs win the draw at center ice. Fleet hammers it to the goal. Zolan blockers it to the left side, and off goes Garapi. Mudbugs get the extra attacker. It's Hutchinson. Knifing towards the goal was Haldenby, and he gets stood up as his shot fluttered wide. Hutchinson drives it down low. Litchard gets bodied by Welburn, and he'll shuffle it to the line, but not out. Fleet a long shot. Zolan makes the save, and the rebound goes to the far side. On the right point, it's Fleet holding it in. Feeds it to Litchard at the half wall. Brent Litchard drops it down low for Haldenby. Return to Litchard in the corner. Has Fleet at the top of the circle. They'll trade places as Litchard gets it back. He'll scoot it across the line for Hutchinson. Now on the far wall, a shot there is taken and bodied up by Zolan with 1:22 left in the third. Mudbugs able to cycle the puck around through the Wranglers zone, but ultimately could not beat Charlie Zolan on that last sequence as the Wrangler netminder was able to hug that puck and keep it out of the net. Wranglers are 82 seconds away from victory if they can hang on. Morton will take the draw for the Wranglers up against Parichka. Puck goes off the far wall and is forced out to center. McGuire racing after it, but he gets cut off as he was bodied up by Doyle. Murch gets there. Wranglers trying to blast the puck towards the empty net, but the Mudbugs are able to scoot it back into the Wrangler end. Now puck is popped to the neutral zone. It's Gerhard cutting down the right wing, gets tripped up, and the Mudbugs get the puck back. 1 minute to go in the third. Pewley on the seconds on the clock for another face-off in the Wrangler zone. Well, boy, what a strange sequence that was. Gerhard had the empty net. He was motoring down the right wing. Looked like he was about to take a shot for the empty cage, and he got tripped up, and there was no call there. And now you got a sequence where it's still a one-goal game, drawn to the left of Zolan, and it's won by the Mudbugs. Wranglers able to get it to the line, and it does escape as it was fumbled by Fleet. Mudbugs have to re-enter. As on the left side, it's Litchard. At the right wing, Hutchinson steps in and shoots, and his shot goes over the goal. And the momentum from the rebound caroms out the center. McGuire on the forecheck looking for a steal, but the Mudbugs able to keep it away. 30 seconds left in the third. Haldenby left side to Fleet. He'll cut towards the corner. Wranglers, Morton tries to sweep it out, and it goes off a body and out of play with 21.4 left in the third. And this one's coming right down to the wire. And now it looks like we've got Taylor Harnett calling his timeout. Give his guys a breather with 21.4 seconds left in regulation. Mudbugs trying to force a tie here. Wranglers just trying to hang on for the win. What has been an impressive showing after a bit of a slow start from the Wranglers in this game. For about 45 minutes here in this contest, the Wranglers have had their way. We'll see if they can come away with the victory here in Shreveport and head back home with a win in their pocket. Charlie Zolan has been phenomenal for his club. Shreveport has taken 36 shots in this game. Zolan has stopped 34 of them. Garapi 19 of 22. As it's going to come down to this. Draw to the right of Zolan. Morton will take it. Out with McGuire, Gerhard, Welburn, and Hedquist. Mudbugs win it. Deeb has it. On the left wing, Deeb drives to the goal. Backhand shot goes off a body to the goal. Scramble for it. And it goes over to the end while Wranglers trying to pin it up. 10 seconds left. Mudbugs fish it free. Shreveport to the far corner. Wranglers trying to get it away. Deep to the goal. And that one stopped by Zolan. And that will do it. Wranglers get a win on the final game on the road trip. Smoke them if you got them. They win it 3-2, and Elvis has just left the building. What a gutsy win from the Wranglers here today. Down by 2 in the first period. Able to claw their way back to a 3-2 victory here in Shreveport. It took a whole team effort, and the Wranglers get back in the win column for their 7th win of the season to improve to 7-3-0-1. They end the Mudbugs' 5-game win streak as Shreveport falls to 7-5 on the season. We'll be back in 1 minute to wrap this one up from Shreveport for the Wranglers postgame show as it's Amarillo coming away with the win, 3-2 at the Pond.
Y'all, I finished the cereal yesterday, and today the box is full again. Same with the milk. Yesterday this was basically empty, and today it's full again too.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's wild.
Must be magic.
No lines, no waiting. Just quick and convenient grocery shopping. It's not magic, it's delivery from United Supermarkets.
What a game it was here at Hirsch Coliseum, George's Pond. Wranglers come away with a gutty win, 3-2 your final score as the Wranglers improve to 7-3-0-1. The Mudbugs fall to 7-5, and Amarillo gets back to 3rd place in the South Division with the victory, leapfrogging the Mudbugs here with the victory tonight. It was a strong finish from the Wranglers in this game, but didn't start so pretty. Some sloppy hockey caused the Mudbugs to get up by 2, and it didn't take them long. Just 2:06 into the first period. It was Pewley from Akimov scoring the Mudbugs' first of the evening, followed up by a goal with 11:05 left in the first from Kai and Haldenby to make it 2-0 Mudbugs. But after that, here come the Wranglers. Really started to establish some good zone time in the Shreveport end, creating chances off the rush. That's when Gerhardt scores, with McGuire and Morton getting the assists to make it a 2-1 game. We go to the second period. Wranglers open the period on the penalty kill. No problem. They kill that penalty and then get a goal. 14-14 left in the second. Jacob Miller, a blast between the circles, beats Garapi from Hannes and Resega for the score. And in the third period, tied at 2, it is Andrew Morton able to jam the puck by Garapi on a scramble in the crease. McGuire and Gerhardt end up getting the assists on that goal, and what proved to be the game winner as the Wranglers come away with the victory 3-2 here in Shreveport. Got to hand it to the Mudbugs. They're a good team. They're a formidable opponent, and the Wranglers proved here tonight that they were able to go toe-to-toe with some of the best in the South Division and some of the best in the league. As it was a gutty win, being down by 2 in the first period. The Wranglers never said die, never gave up, and were able to come back and win this game and score 3 unanswered in the victory. A lot of it came from the help of Charlie Zolan in between the pipes. Zolan stopped 34 of 36 in the victory, aiding Garapi 19 of 22 in the loss for Shreveport. Wranglers 2 for 2 on the penalty kill, 0 for 1 on the power play. Not a whole lot of time spent on special teams. And sometimes that's just how it is. You got to find a way to win 5-on-5. All goals in this game scored at even strength, and the Wranglers end up the victor here at the Pond tonight. So now the scene shifts back to the Budweiser bullpen, and it's been a while since we've been able to say that, and we're happy to be back at the bullpen next weekend. Home opening weekend against the Colorado Grit. It'll be a whole lot of fun. Make sure you're there at the Amarillo Ice Ranch tomorrow from 2 to 5 for Oktoberfest. Season ticket holders, get your season tickets, play some games, get with the Wranglers, win some prizes. You know the deal. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, so make sure you're there for what is going to be a fun-filled event. On Wednesday, catch the Wranglers at Bubba's 33. They're going to be hanging out from 6 to 8. Player meet and greet, get some pictures, autographs. Of course, as always when you're at Bubba's, eat some great food. And then on Friday, the home opener, Wranglers in Wrestling. Rally towels provided by UniFirst. Amongst other things, it's going to be a great game, great festivities for the Wranglers homecoming this season. And then on Saturday, Wranglers in Race Cars as There's going to be race cars on the concourse, a trunk or treat for the kids, honky tonk Saturday night, live music on the concourse. It's going to be a whole ton of fun, and then we'll cap it off on Sunday, 3 o'clock start time against the Grit. Bring your family, bring your kids. We'll have them in bed by 9. It'll be a whole ton of fun, so make sure you're there for home opening weekend at the Budweiser Bullpen. Wranglers played a great game here today, maybe not for the full 60 minutes, but when it counted, the Wranglers played their best, able to rally back after a slow start and get the victory here at George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum and get the win on the final game of the road trip. And on this road trip, the Wranglers end up going 7-3-0-1, and that's a great figure. If you're a coach, you'll take that any day going on the road. You got to be a good team on the road to be a good team in the playoffs. Got to be a good team on the road to win a championship. Wranglers off on the right foot, getting a winning record on the road trip so far to open the season. We'll head back home. Colorado, the opponent, on Friday, October 25th. Make sure you get your tickets at panhandletickets.com to greet the Wranglers in their first home game at the new and improved Budweiser Bullpen. That'll wrap it up for us here from Shreveport. Once again, your final score, the Wranglers 3, the Mudbugs 2. Andrew Morton gets the game-winning goal as the Wranglers claw back with 3 unanswered to beat the Mudbugs here in their own barn. Night and so long, and a big thank you to the crew here at Shreveport. Chet Yoder and the entire crew here did a fantastic job putting together a good production. And it's our only trip here in Shreveport this season, so we'll bid them farewell, and we'll see them in a couple weeks at the Budweiser Bullpen when the Wranglers host the Mudbugs on November 1st and 2nd. That'll do it, as I'm Guy Chiarenza signing off from Shreveport, as it's the Wranglers 3 and the Mudbugs 2 on the final game here in Shreveport.